Welcome back, guys. We hope you haven't missed us too much. It's only been a week, which is, pretty short period of time.
Short duration.
We're back. As you can see, I'm sure already off gate, we're missing somebody.
But you can't hear that.
They can't hear that. If you're watching, you can see visually that Sammy is not here. I think he's coming back from the airport currently.
We know this.
We got him some surprises.
Though.
Show the camera, Jay.
If you're watching, for those of you listening, we're about to ice his ass. If you know what ice is, Smirnoff Ice. It's we're not being sponsored actually. Smirnoff, if you want to sponsor us, we're here. We're of age, so we're hiding them across his couch and in other various areas, and we have 3 hidden. We're gonna try and get him on all 3. So just wait and see what happens. If you don't know what it is, if you find an ice that your friend plants, they have to get down on one knee.
If
you see it, they have to get down on one knee and they have to chug it. It's called icing somebody.
I think most people understand. But
it's kind of like frat culture-y type shit. I don't know.
We wouldn't know because
I don't
we
know
didn't
where
go to
it
college.
originated, but either way, yeah, we're about to fuck him up. I feel like he's gonna like it.
Or he's either gonna like it or he's gonna be like,
it.
no shot. Like, there's actually no way.
Yeah, because he's either like slightly barred out from the flight, or maybe he had a few drinks.
I want him to be drinking tonight though, in general. So like, if he doesn't drink it, I'm gonna be hurt because I want him to get drunk.
You want like there to be an energy.
Listen, collective peer pressure. He's gonna drink them.
Yeah.
When's the last time you used the word glisten?
Glisten? Probably.
Have you ever used it?
I don't know. I'm sure I have.
Watch it glisten off of the lake. Maybe like at Ginger Cove.
Exactly. I was going to say early morning at my lake house, maybe. Like the water's glistening.
I thought you said glisten. That's why. But what is the plan tonight? Why? Or in your mind, like what's the perfect scenario? So
this is the thing. It's Saturday. It's about 6:30.
I just feel like,
I don't know. I haven't gone out in about 10 days or really like stepped outside of the house or done much. And it's kind of funny because like stepping away from a bit, just from like this scene is funny. It's like, it's interesting to watch people's stories and just be like, damn, like, that's what I am like normally doing. Like they're just doing, it's the same old song and dance every fucking night, the same people. And it's kind of nice to like, step away from that and just be like, damn, I feel like I have my priorities in check for these last 10 days. But yeah, I'm probably
ready to ruin that tonight.
I'm probably going to get drunk again.
I don't know.
So
yeah,
what is it?
I just felt like drinking some liquor.
We might just end up here and just sitting on our own thumbs.
Yeah, letting loose a little bit.
I'm watching Good Will Hunting, so if you want to be drunk for that.
I'll cry if I watch that drunk.
Hey, does it get sad? I don't want to know anything.
It's definitely, I mean,
it's just like a fucking, like,
it's a drama.
Coming of age story.
All I know from that movie is that one scene where,
I think you're thinking of the other movie, aren't you?
No. I'm thinking. Who's the main actor?
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon and Ben Affleck.
Yeah, Matt Damon's in the bar, right? And doesn't he like
some Harvard kid, yeah.
He's like, well, actually, you stole that directly from page 82 of this handbook.
Yeah.
He just shuts him down.
I can't wait to see that scene.
That's the only scene I've seen ever.
Bro, yeah,
and it's so badass.
And apparently Matt Damon actually went to Harvard in real life, I think so, yeah, Harvard, and was writing this in school. And his teacher was like, "You need to finish this story." So like, I think he dropped out, and that's when he moved.
How old were him and Ben Affleck when they put this out? Because they got
Didn't they write it when they were like
21? They were under. They were in their low 20s or
definitely low 20s.
And they got Academy Awards for that shit, right?
Oh yeah, Oscars.
Yeah, like they tell their story of like when
bro.
they were trying to buy a house, they had to use they had no credit, so they had to use the picture of them on like Variety magazine, being like this is our movie, like can we buy this house? Like, it worked.
That's badass. that was their cosign, was the Variety cover?
That guy, whoever sold him the house, probably tells that story once a week.
Yeah, literally.
Like, how can you not? Yeah, Ben Affleck
so
and Matt
legendary.
Damon. Now he's watching The Martian, like, holy shit.
We've been on a movie spree, G.
So I watched The Departed on the way back from our one-day trip in Omaha.
That's one of my fucking favorites.
Insane. I've watched it before, but I must have missed the beginning the first time I watched it because, spoiler alert.
Close your ears.
I didn't realize that Matt Damon was like
was the rat
the whole time.
Yeah.
But until when I watched it the second time, I was like, oh my god, you don't like him. You're like,
and
you like him.
The first time you watched it, you were probably stoned out of your mind too, back in your head.
Probably. And I'll remember, I'll recall watching movies now that I'm removed from marijuana and remember back to him, and I'm like, holy shit, I watched this movie for facts, but I don't know a single thing for facts in this movie.
That's so real. You're just kind of in this daze while you're watching it.
Bro, that
all the
movie
fine
when
details.
that's Charlie Sheen's dad. He gets thrown off the roof.
Oh my God, that is another. Martin Sheen gets chucked off of what this. It's like, and the bad guy gave him the wrong address, Leo, and he was like, he somehow showed up right there because obviously.
That's how he knew he was the rat. Yeah.
But that guy.
I don't even remember details because I was.
Yeah.
I mean, this movie's old as fuck, so if we're spoiling this for you, like,
just go watch it and just forget about what we're saying.
But it's weird. We've watched 2 movies recently that have to do with pedophilia in like the Catholic Church with the high ups.
We watched Spotlight,
Spotlight,
and then last night we watched Primal Fear. Kind of have both. Yeah, you're right. They both do. And they're both like over 90% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I didn't realize. I always knew that was a joke. Like, oh, popes touch altar boys and shit, or like priests. Like, but it was like especially in Boston. I mean, this movie Spotlight was all about how.
But Spotlight kind of like they uncovered what was truly happening, and it wasn't just Boston. It was like 1,000 priests across the nation.
Dude, it's a crazy thing, and they'll like relocate them to protect them and shit.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
They'll say they had like a sick leave, and then they'll end up in another city just touching new boys.
Yeah,
it's like, what the fuck is going on, bro?
Strange.
And then we watched Pulp Fiction 2 nights ago, which is an insane movie. I've always heard of it being in the top 5 of all time, you know? And I don't know if I don't
know if I'd put it there in my top 5.
I don't know, but I've only watched it once.
I do, in the way of like the way the story unfolds and the way they like go back and forth.
The beginnings
and then they wrap it all together. It's like,
that's true.
Bro, and it came out like years ago.
It's
You're
genius.
Like, it's fucking insane. Like you still haven't seen many films shot, if any, shot like that.
But I was talking to, I love that. Yeah, honestly.
I agree.
I like how they all
the content and shit, like of the actual movie, like it's just dark and it's a lot for me. Like, but
and it's multiple stories. You're like, wait, is that the same movie?
Like seeing them do the heroin scene, I was like,
yeah.
I think that's
bro. We were talking. I was.
G walked out of the room while it was happening, like the close-ups of him putting the needle, and I fucking hate needles, bro.
It's just crazy, and like the burning of the spoon, and then when she's ODing and shit, it was just
and then she gets it straight in the heart.
Oh my god, bro!
She gets it straight in the heart, like the adrenaline shot.
Yeah. Like,
that was tough to watch.
It was just brutal.
Nico, I was talking to him about the movie. He's like, "Listen, I didn't think it was one of the best movies ever when I watched it, but then he read this whole script, and he was like, that might be the best script I've ever read."
Yeah,
I'm like, I don't know enough about acting, script writing, filmmaking to be like, I'm gonna go read this script, and I know the difference between the script and the movie, but like for some reason, I guess it does make a huge difference when you read the script.
There's just a lot of shit in scripts usually that like don't actually even make it into the film.
Like, oh, okay.
Getting off the movie tangent. Speaking of needles, have you guys been vaccinated?
No.
Oh, wow, that's a quick transition.
I
thought that was an Ask the Cast.
No, I'm just curious. I mean, it wasn't the Ask the Cast questions, but I just like thought of it because we were talking. I fucking hate needles, and so I'll pretty much avoid them at all costs. And it's obviously this huge debate right now. People are on this side, people are on this side, anti-vax, pro-vax. I find myself kind of just wavering in the middle. I think it's like, you know, sort of like abortions, like, your body, your choice. Like, do what you want to do.
It's definitely a different thing, but I get where you're coming from.
But I'm saying you can't force anyone to put anything in their body.
My thing is, I wouldn't actually mind getting it, but when people are like, you have to get it, that's what makes me want to be like, all right, no, I don't want it at all. I don't.
Yeah. You just want to either rebel or.
I just want to make the choice myself, really.
Yeah, okay.
And I mean, I was filling you guys in on these reports. Over 25% of cases of COVID in LA are from fully vaxxed people currently right now. Over 25%.
No,
so
I'm hearing a lot of cases where like people who are vaccinated still get it.
If I were to get it,
pass it off.
Yeah, if I were to get it and it was foolproof, like that's one thing, but it's
is it
clearly
foolproof or foolproof? I've never even wondered.
Full.
Full?
Full.
Yeah.
Foolproof?
What did you say?
What did you think?
Foolproof?
Foolproof. Well, essentially, I mean, no fools are gonna get it,
Yeah, Tom Fuller.
Yeah, so
that's funny as fuck. They're the same thing, really.
They're foolproof. Even
I don't
a fool couldn't do wrong.
Everyone's just so fucking opinionated on it, and I'm just like, bro, do what you want to do, and like, if you aren't gonna get it, just maybe just chill out a little bit. I don't know. It's fucking live your life how you want to live your life. And you can't.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You can't force anyone to put anything in their body. And now that we're seeing these gnarly side effects, I saw this girl who ended up having epileptic seizures. She never had them in her entire life. This 21-year-old girl was hospitalized. Her life has probably changed forever. Like, in brutal pain, all from the second vaccine, the second dose. And like,
listen, you could probably find that exact case on either side.
Of
Not
course.
that exact.
Yeah, that's what trips me out because I'm like, what's propaganda and what's
there's
not?
gonna
It's just
this guy has
is that
COVID.
even real? Like is any of it? What the
that
fuck's
too,
real?
but also it's like just for every real thing that you hear, there's another real thing on the exact opposite side. Oh, you get COVID and then you have lifelong issues. Oh, you get the vaccine, then you have lifelong issues.
or you don't get it and you end up dying because you got it and you're like unhealthy or whatever.
You do get it and you end up dying directly because of the vaccine. Like there are arguments on either side, and I'm too uneducated to actually speak on like any of this. But like, yeah, I agree. It's just your choice. I'm not gonna get mad at people who get it. I'm not gonna get mad at people who don't get it.
It's where you want to look too. Exactly. Like, that's the case with any debate ever. Like, if you look up your side, you're gonna find sources backing up your side always. I was on this fucking airplane, bro, coming back from Omaha, and I think I told you boys this. There was these two people behind me. A woman who was very, very anti-vax, and then a man who was very, very pro-vax. I don't know if they were strangers, if they were friends. I think they were strangers because I feel like they would have already known this about each other if they were homies. But the entire fucking flight, bro, way worse than a bawling infant, exponentially.
They were arguing
the entire time, directly behind me, the row behind me, just fucking essentially shouting at each other. I don't think they could even hear themselves because of the air pressure in the plane and the cabin noise.
Yeah, you think it's just louder in the plane.
Bro, I had my headphones on and they were piercing my headphones. I was trying to read a book, and like I don't like to listen to music while I read books because it distracts me, and so I just put in my earbuds just to like kind of block out noise, and they were right behind me, just piercing through it. This lady's saying fucking a million things that he obviously would never believe because they're both stubborn. People are so fucking stubborn on either side, right. And it's like arguing against a brick wall. It's like either get it or don't. And just
I think I might have been like turned to the attendant or flight attendant, and had just been like, can you help me with this? Like,
bro, right? And I'm like too nice. Like most people would probably just have turned around and just bitched him out and be like, yo, can you guys not be having this debate right here? Because you're clearly not changing your opinions. Nobody's wavering. You guys are sturdy as a fucking brick schoolhouse right now.
I think in shout out Oakdale. I think in like general in the world over the last, decade, it could go back even way more. Honestly, when you look at like the North and South of America during like slavery times, like people love to argue. You know what I'm saying? Like that you choose a side, you identify with what you believe.
It's like a tribe, you know?
And then you feel offended if someone disagrees.
And it gives you something to do in life.
And you argue and you argue and you argue. And like you wake up for a second, you're like totally unconscious of what the past, it could just be like that day and that moment of the argument you were unconscious, or it could be like the entire years of you thinking this one way until someone says that one thing to make you actually think about what you're doing. And you're like, why argue? If you actually believe you're right, why do you care? I like you posted this. It was like a passage from the Bible. It was like, there's a speck of sawdust in your brother's eye, but you have a plank in your eye. It's it's like, how can anyone think that they're completely right? Unless you're actually like a complete professional whatever in any topic, like, a scientist in the vaccine topic, like, but there are scientists on both sides.
Of course. And these people, like, the lady and the man on the plane, for example, this dude had read his sources that were pro-vax, and she had read her sources that were anti-vax, and it's like, obviously
that's what I was saying, but I don't know what the fuck's real anymore.
Of course,
like everything's propaganda.
And 99% of people are already so steadfast in their beliefs. No matter what you say, even if you bring up a great point and that's super valid, no matter what you fucking say, they're not gonna change their mind in the slightest.
And they're not even listening to what you're saying. They're just thinking in their head while you're talking how they're going to rebuttal or like how to pick apart your argument. But it's like, well, hold on. What if you actually listen and digest someone's, and then like another day come back and be like, oh, I thought about what you said, and I disagree with this, but I actually think this was really valid. And then I have my opinions, and you should listen to these and digest them the way you want.
Totally.
But it's just that'll never work, and people love the divisiveness right now.
People don't want to find common ground. They just
I don't know. I feel like America's got to be
because then
up
it disproves what they believe in.
Of course, and then they look weak. People are too prideful to
Ego.
Yeah, ego is just running out of control.
Hello, everybody. Out of Pocket Podcast, episode 2. We hope you guys are enjoying it. Episode 3?
3.
Episode 3. We hope you guys are enjoying
There's numbers. Who cares?
This specific episode is important because it's sponsored by
Talkspace, baby.
Talkspace. And what is Talkspace?
Well, yeah.
Guys?
For those of you who don't know, it's I don't know if you've been to therapy before or know somebody who's been to therapy, but this allows you to do that from the comfort of your own home, risk-free. You can literally Zoom a licensed therapist from wherever you are in the world. It doesn't matter, man. And you can set up a time. And obviously, with everything that's been going on with COVID and just the world not being open, I think a lot of people could use this, and a lot of people have just kind of been in a dark place mentally. And so it allows you to just do everything that you would do with a therapist, get your licensed medication, prescriptions, everything, all from the comfort of your own home without having to actually leave and, deal with the anxiety of the real world.
Yeah. And I feel like, there's a little bit of a connotation connected with seeing a therapist, but like, we all talk to each other when we have problems, but maybe sometimes we're not the best advice givers.
Jack J doesn't have necessarily the best advice.
I could be a therapist.
Like, I'll listen to your problems, but I can't guarantee that I'm going to give you
sound advice.
Yeah, exactly what you need. And these are licensed therapists who will actually help you get through whatever you're going through. And everyone goes through that kind of shit, especially like Johnson said, during this time. It's like we're still going through a global lockdown pretty much.
We're trying to reintegrate into the real world, and it can get tough, man. Yeah, whether you experience depression, anxiety, other problems, Talkspace is the #1 online therapy platform to help you sort through any issue you may be going through. Like we said, thousands of licensed therapists that's a mouthful.
There you go. Thousands of licensed therapists.
Holy shit.
Jeez, that's a mouthful.
Are available for you to match with based on your needs. And yeah, they're experts in dozens of specialties, including anxiety, depression, relationships, and more. You can do couples therapy. You can do it solo, whatever you may need. And I think it could really benefit anybody going through something.
And at the same time, I feel like we talked about the connotation, the stigma around therapy in general amongst our generation or younger. And like, I don't think you need to be completely depressed to hop on Talkspace. Like, you might just need to have a single conversation to kind of like get your mind right, remotivate yourself.
You could literally be stressed out, dude.
Yeah.
Or you could have maybe like, you know, lost somebody in life or anything. It could be anything that you're not necessarily full-blown depressed, but like you could just be going through something.
Talkspace, it's cool. Talkspace will send like if you want text sent throughout the day, just like, you know, good messages to like keep you positive.
Affirmations.
Affirmations. So they'll send that, which is very helpful.
So whether you're a parent, a student, a millennial, or just someone having a hard day, Talkspace can provide the support to help you feel better with a single message.
Yeah.
Correct.
Like G said, start feeling better with a single message. Match with a licensed therapist when you go to Talkspace.com and get $100.
Get $100 off of your first month with our promo code POCKET.
You know, like those little things in your pants. We love them, baby.
That's $100 off when you use code POCKET at Talkspace.com. $100, it's a lot of money.
It's a steal, man. I'm telling you.
It's a lot of money.
It could really make you feel better. It could help brighten your day and you know, just give you some sort of outlet. So yeah, we think you guys should really take up the opportunity while we're giving this crazy deal out there. So yeah, we appreciate Talkspace for sponsoring the ad.
Yes, we'll be back with more Talkspace.
Get your mental health up.
Yeah, get your mental health up, guys. It's no joke. Mental health is a serious thing. Talkspace.com can help you through it. Get $100 off with Talkspace with our code POCKET. So enjoy the rest of the episode. It's a great.
We love you guys.
Smile.
Wait, hold on. Sorry to change the topic. When do you think Sam's arriving?
Shortly, I'm sure. We're gonna hear that door open any minute.
He's gonna come. Yeah, honestly, any minute because he was 38 minutes away at 6:10 and
6:04.
But like, think about it. Definitely took him
6
minutes to get in the car.
We'll see. He'll be here soon.
Yeah, he should be here any minute.
He goes 6:04.
I don't really miss him that much, to be honest.
It's crazy. That was the longest I think any roommate has been out of town
for a minute.
You know, for the whole lease possibly.
What, 2 weeks?
I mean, I was gone for 2 weeks in
Nebraska,
Omaha, but it was actually 14 days, and I think he left what is it? He left on a Thursday with us, so we did see him while he was out of town for like a couple days.
In Omaha, yeah.
But now it's Saturday, so it's been 16 days. It's pretty long.
He's got to get back here, man. He's turning East Coast on us. It's scaring me.
I know. I could see him living.
He comes back with an accent and shit.
What up, boys?
Hey, boys, how we doing? It's like, Sammy, you were there for fucking 10 days.
It's funny because Benny has a homie who's straight from New York. Like,
Sean. He's a badass.
He's a badass. And, like, I don't even think Benny's aware of it, but it's only when he's drunk. When I come in, which is never, but like
Benny's Sammy's
a couple
older brother,
times.
For those you don't know.
Yeah. Sammy's older brother has this homie who's straight from New York. He just moved here. They work at the same gym as trainers. And one time I came home when they were both drinking on the couch, just kind of having a chill Saturday night because they never drink and never turn up. And, like, I'm talking to Benny. He's got, like, a complete New York accent in the moment. But I don't think he like, realized it. Because he's sitting there getting drunk with, like, his homie. Only these two.
That kid is, like, the epitome of New York, too.
Yeah. He's a stud, man.
Italian motherfucker. Yeah. He's definitely got some mafia ties deep in there, I think.
He's got to.
Have you guys been watching the Olympics at all?
I know Bruce.
I watched some ping pong. I watched some of the 3-on-3 basketball.
Table tennis, all right? Let's put some respect on the
I'm
sports
going to just play this sound real quick because this is the only thing I've seen from the Olympics, and it's like not even the Olympics, but this is hilarious as fuck.
What is that?
18 years old, it's your first Olympics, and you swam. Honestly, your third leg was just phenomenal.
And he's like really trying to hold it back. Him and his boy both have like 3 gold medals on, and they're looking at each other like,
he's trying not to laugh.
Did she just say my third leg was phenomenal? So that's been the highlight of the Olympics.
She actually had like sucked him off the night before. little do they know.
He just laid it. But that's all my Olympic experience.
Is that specific meme clip?
Yeah. The Simone Biles thing has obviously been super controversial, but I think
what
a lot
happened
of
there?
people.
She dropped out for mental health reasons, or what?
Yeah. And honestly, like shit, I've never been in her shoes. So.
My one thing about that is just like it's the Olympics. Like it's every 4 years. Like,
yeah. And listen, she worked hard.
You never know
for
what's
this.
going inside of someone's head, but like.
I bet it's got to be tough, bro, because she works her life for that.
It's got to be some serious shit if you're going to drop out of the biggest event within your sports realm, you know,
and
of all
it's
time.
like if we think it's a big deal, imagine working every day of your life since you were like 4 years old for that moment and being like the undefeated like champion already and wanting to like hold your spot.
I just hope that's what it is. Like I hope
it's got to be something serious if you're really going to drop it. You know, it has to be some really serious.
She posted some super
surprised,
genuine
bro.
shit.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, we never know.
People are human beings. They fucking crack under pressure. It's not like. She's never like the one thing that's just weird to me about it is like just before the Olympics, like 2 weeks prior, she was doing shit that no one's ever even seen before, and then like now she can't handle it. It's weird. It's strange.
That's why the mind is like such.
And I talked about it with my dad, obviously, who is a pro athlete and has been. it's just a strange one for me. Like,
that's gotta like be unfortunate when like you have a family name, last name, and then it becomes a word that's like not a cool word.
Biles?
It's just like it makes me think of vomit. It's coming like bile, you know, stomach bile.
What's bile? I don't know.
But like there's so many like
bile?
Bile, stomach bile.
I've never
That's
heard
what comes
of
up
that.
when you vomit. Bile?
Really?
B-I-L-E?
B-Y-L-E-S.
I thought it was B-I-L-E.
Well, she's B-I-L-E-S. Yeah.
Is
bile.
she? I just in my mind I'm like, oh yeah, it's gotta be B-Y-L-E-S.
But there's just fucking
Bile.
Regardless, I just want to know, like, I wish we could like look into her head and just see like what it was. You know?
I don't think she's fronting. Like I believe she's just like.
I agree. I
but
give her.
who
I want to
knows?
give her the benefit of the doubt, but I'm just curious because
definitely
like
sucks
just
for her
because you're a
biggest
pro
fans.
and you're like the GOAT doesn't mean you can't crack. You know, so.
Yeah, and I think that's what it is. It's just like her mind got the best. Like I think she's
And
physically
everyone was
prepared.
just talking about how she wasn't supposed to lose anything and win all the time, and then like maybe that gets to you.
For sure it does. No doubt it has to.
She's young, dude.
She's the
and
best
fucking
ever.
human. Like
Yeah.
I don't care what you say. You know?
She's the best to ever do it. Like that's just got to be.
And then the cool the one positive thing I really took from it is a different girl got to win, and it was cool that she was American, but someone else got an opportunity to win the gold, and that's fucking sick.
That is
Not
cool.
that they didn't have the opportunity prior, but it definitely probably helped their
Smaller
chances.
chance. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know. I mean, I hope she's good.
Sunni, she's from Minnesota. She won all around.
won the gymnastics.
All around. She won the all around event, but in gold. But bro, she's from like her ethnicity is like Hmong, or it's spelled like Hmong. I've never heard of it until
She's the only one. She met.
I mean,
like,
it's 2021. Can you actually look it up real quick though? Because
2021.
I
She
want to
probably just made up her own ethnicity and is just like, you can't tell me no.
I wish I knew what I was. You know, like that's the number one
Hmong
thing
people,
when
yeah.
I meet.
The Hmong Der and Hmong Ling are the terms for the two largest groups in the United States and Southeast Asia. These subgroups are also known as the white Hmong and blue or green Hmong, respectively.
Damn,
Where
I wanna
do
be blue
where do
Hmong.
they like come from?
United States and Southeast Asia.
Southeast Asia.
The blue Hmong,
But they don't have their own country. Like they're not like from Hmong.
The
or
early
something?
history of the Hmong has proven difficult to trace, but theories that place the origin of the Hmong people in Mesopotamia, Siberia, or Mongolia.
Oh Jesus, they really don't even have their own country.
It's just kind of like up in the air, you know. It's up for debate, I guess.
Holy fuck.
The movie
That's cool.
Avatar was based off of the blue Hmong.
Really? Are you just fucking with me?
Yeah, they're 14 feet
Well, bro, I
tall
was
on average.
Bro, do you know this? I was telling Bruce about this today. There was this family, like a specific family.
Oh yeah. This is
Okay, yeah, blue people of Kentucky. For almost 2 centuries, the blue-skinned people of the Fugate family, F-U-G-A-T-E, lived in the areas of Troublesome Creek and Ball Creek in the hills of eastern Kentucky. And up until like 1970, the last guy died out. They had literal.
So
blue
wait, hold on.
They're
Look at
blue
this.
people.
If you are that blue guy, right? How the fuck are you about to let
This
your
is them.
species die?
And they would have like some white kids too, because like it was a recessive
Bro,
trait.
this can't be fucking
It's
real.
fucking real, bro.
Fuck that.
Why wouldn't they take? Why wouldn't he have
Bro,
more?
this is the last real one, and this is like a real photo.
Oh, he's got to have sex with someone.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm sure there's.
Bro,
like a
he looks
weird
like the blueberry in fucking Willy Wonka's
Oompa
chocolate.
Loompa, yeah.
He looks like that, but he really looks like the X-Men.
No, not an
dude.
Oompa Loompa. It looks
Think
like
about
the
the
blueberry.
X-Men Wolverine, or not Wolverine.
Oh, the Beast or
the
whatever.
Beast, yeah.
But bro, that's gotta be fucking.
Augustus Gloop after he eats the forbidden whatever candy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But bro, there's probably a niche market of bitches who just love that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm sure there's.
I mean,
but
maybe.
bro, like, that can't be real.
Hey, blue daddy. You know, they were probably just all up on him.
I just feel like
History's being rewritten anyway, so that's bullshit. I'm calling bullshit on that.
Bro, he's blue. Look at him with your
Well,
eyes.
why aren't there any red people or green?
Because they aren't the Fugates of Kentucky, you know?
Bro, I just
Sorry.
had a trippy ass thought. Imagine if today,
That's fucking offensive to the other colors, dude.
like,
Shut the fuck up.
imagine if today was the first time you ever woke up and you were just placed on this planet. Like, actually, like this is reality.
Like you start as like a 22-year-old.
No, and you start as you literally today with a fake memory of your whole past life right now. So like literally everything that you remember, even our friendship, has never actually happened.
This sounds like a Rick and Morty episode.
This is all just your reality right now.
Is this Shutter Island?
It's your reality right now, and all of your memories of me and Bruce and Johnson, like we don't exist. They just got placed in your head this morning only.
So do I know anything
Wait,
about
so
like
what's
how to
your-
live as a human? Like,
No,
do I
I'm
have to-
saying this everything going on in your brain right now, this moment. I'm not hypothetical. I'm saying like right now, like
Yeah,
this
what-
actually is it. So even your mom, you've never met your mom, but you have a memory of what your memory is of anyone you've ever met and known. It's all just programmed within you.
So yeah, but what do you?
You've never experienced anything. I'm just saying, like, what if that is what reality? Like today is the only day that's ever existed. But like you just have a fake memory of everything.
I don't know what to say to this.
I'm at a loss.
Yeah, like, I don't know what you want. Like, what do you? What is?
What do you want from us?
Yeah,
like,
what is your point?
I'm just saying, like, how fucking crazy are the possibilities? Like,
I mean, there's a lot of
what
simulation.
if nothing? Well,
yeah, that just sounds.
It goes deep right there.
What? Okay, riddle me this. What if you woke up in your house and you just had no memory of anything? You don't know what the world is, and you just have to figure it out. Like, what would you do? Would you like start?
I don't know, Johnson, because I don't know anything. So
couldn't
how the fuck would I know what I'm gonna do?
You couldn't walk. You couldn't talk to anybody. You couldn't.
I wouldn't know anything.
Anyone.
Like,
how would you even think to make the air and shape your mouth like that?
I don't know exactly.
Would you like suffocate instantly? Like,
that would be
like you have to learn how to breathe.
how to like voluntarily.
Nah,
I mean, you would just do pure instinct. You'd move off pure instinct, and whatever your instincts are, that's what would start.
But that's what I'm saying. What do you think like the pure human instincts are? Like, would you
fucking eat, piss, and shit? And have sex.
Like, would you know what like hungry is in your stomach? Like, I need to consume something.
Fuck yeah.
But or would you just feel it and be like, what is this? How do I cure it? You wouldn't. Would you?
You would just like no instinct, bro.
Do you think you would?
Yeah.
Because they say babies. You put like a baby in a room. They did these experiments where like they were fucked up. They would have babies in isolation for like the beginning years of their lives, and they would.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, like it was very controversial shit. And
how do they get that? Like,
did they really do that?
And babies would start having instincts though. Like,
but how do they pass? Like the parents, like how do they pass this?
Well, bro, I mean, holy shit.
There has to be like financial incentive.
I mean, I'm sure the families were getting paid off, but bro, there was so much fucked up shit going on before things were just overexposed.
Or were they taking like home? What are they called? Fucking
so many controversial science experiments, bro, and psychological experiments back in the day. It's like, bro,
homeless kids, or whatever.
That's not even skimming the surface. I mean, what about the one at Stanford Prison? You know that one?
James Blunt.
Oh, the Stanford prison experiment. Yeah, that was interesting. That movie was cool.
That movie was crazy. I don't remember it though because I was high.
You guys are familiar with like the MK Ultra shit they did, right?
Of course.
That's crazy.
Wait, no.
I mean, bro, listen. You know the Unabomber. That's what MK Ultra pretty much created.
Really?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Was he a part of that experiment when he was younger?
Yeah. He was 16 going to Harvard at the time.
Damn, and he signed up for it.
And no, he didn't even sign up for it. He had a 2 so one of his
what is MK Ultra real quick?
So MK Ultra is essentially
like, as fast as you can.
No, of course. We got to give some preface before we dive into it. So essentially what it was this experiment going on during the Cold War, and they were trying to figure out mind control, but they weren't telling the people telling the people who signed up for it that they were trying to figure out mind control. So I'll just give you a rundown off Wikipedia. MK Ultra, codename given to a program of experiments on human subjects that were designed and undertaken by the CIA. Some of which were illegal. And so
all of which
they would literally be shooting doses upon doses of LSD into these people and essentially frying their brain and trying to figure out how to control people. And they were trying to figure it out for the instance of sending sleeper spies over to Russia, trying to fucking brainwash their adversaries and get them to start talking and shit. And it was really fucking. Me and Skate watched this documentary.
Did it get anywhere? Like, did they make any headway?
No, not at all. They ended up just frying a bunch of people's brains. And there's interviews with people who underwent that shit who are still just fucked up to this day, bro.
Yeah.
And they were signing up for like, they thought it was gonna be like a little 2 week. They would come in for a couple hours a day, and they would, but they didn't even tell them they were giving them acid.
And no one got in trouble.
They would strap them to chairs, show them like the trippiest, most anxiety-ridden fucking videos
while they're
on
just
the internet,
pumped with LSD,
and then telling them like their parents don't want them to ever come home, like just the craziest shit you would never want to hear if you're on LSD, and especially on that amount. But the guy Unabomber, who got fucked up by this shit, and definitely
he was the Unabomber was a kid.
He was a genius when he was young. 16 years old, got into Harvard. He finished all of his high school, everything before that easily. When he was 16, got into Harvard. This professor like forged a fake relationship with him, but made him believe that like he really fucked with this kid and wanted to help him. And he was like, after 2 years of this genuine relationship, I say that with quotations,
manipulated him.
He manipulated him into believing like he should be a part of this experiment, and he trusted this guy with all of his life. Literally with everything in him, and he agreed to do it. And he started to come in, and they would strap him to the table, and they would like tell him like, you know, you're like, I'm pretty sure it had something to do with the sexuality, because I think he was like gay. I'm not sure. And then they would tell him like they called his mom, and their mom, like his mom doesn't want him to come home. I don't know, like just the most fucked up shit. And this guy wasn't even an adult at the time. I'm sure some of the people were, but this guy was 16 years old at the time.
It's crazy, bro. It almost reminds me of.
And then he sent fucking bombs in the mail.
And just was blowing people's domes off.
Think about the butterfly effect of
There was
MK
only
Ultra.
a few, right? Like
only a few actual deaths, but like a lot of injured people.
like
a
that.
lot
they
of
just
close
radicalized
calls.
them. Really, it seems like.
I mean,
8,
bro, it reminds me of the 3 Identical Strangers documentary.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
Like, how could you get away with that in today's age? So there's this documentary. I really recommend you go watch it. It's called 3 Identical Strangers. These 3 brothers were separated from birth at an orphanage.
And they were triplets.
They were triplets, and they were given to fucking 3 different families, all in different classes. So there was a high-class family that adopted one of the kids, a middle-class family that adopted another one of the triplets, and then a low-class family that adopted another one of the triplets. And it was all pretty much a science experiment.
Well, like nature versus nurture.
Exactly. That's what they were trying to figure out. The long-lasting debate of, are you inherently who you are as a human because of your parents, your genetics, or is it because of the product of your surroundings that makes you you? And
What
so
they find out?
basically, these kids grew up in these 3 families. They were being studied, and they ended up getting like memories. I actually don't want to give away too much, but they ended up like suppressing these memories of people coming over and interviewing them as children, and like giving them blocks and doing like these little experiments with them in studies, and essentially they were being subject to these studies their entire lives. And there was scientists coming in and checking in on them, like psychologists and whatnot. And they ended up discovering each other because one of the kids went back to school, or went to school for the first time one semester, and his brother had left the school the previous semester. And so everybody on campus was saying like, hey, Craig, and he's like, I'm not Craig. They all thought he was his brother who was previously at the school. And his brother's roommate knew he had left, and so he called up the brother's roommate was still on campus, and he's like, you're not Craig, are you? And he's like, no, my name's David or some shit. And he's like, hold on, come to the phone booth with me right now. He's like, were you adopted? And he's like, yeah. He's like, come to the phone booth with me right now. They called the OG brother. And not the OG, I guess they're all OG. They're triplets. But the brother's roommate he calls him, and he's like, where were you adopted from? And then he puts him on the phone with the guy. He's like, I was adopted from yada yada. I was adopted from yada yada.
And they sound exactly the same.
They sound exactly the same, and they're like, holy shit. And then he's like, we have to get in the car right now, the roommate. And they drove to find his old roommate, which was the other brother, like 2 hours out of town. And they're looking at each other just like, what the fuck, bro? Like, you are me, I am you.
Bro,
and at first they think they're just identical
That would probably
twins.
fucking blow your... Like, what if you didn't know, like, your parents never told you you have a twin brother, like Jennifer and your dad got rid of him because they couldn't take care of him for some reason or whatever.
All the memories you missed
and
out
like,
on.
You're just at one of your shows and you're turning up
lit.
and like the kid's like giving out drinks, like, and he works at the show you were you were performing, and like,
I would
you
tweak out.
You're like,
and it's like, this ain't no doppelganger shit. It was him, bro. It was fucking him to a T.
Bro, and then on top of that, it happens again.
Yeah, they put out an article.
There's 3 of them.
They published an article on this. A writer in New York.
It's like identical
writes about
twins
this.
separated at birth.
And then like a kid, another 2 hours across the city, or another hour across the city, ends up seeing this article, and his friends are like, yo, these kids look exactly like you. And he's like, what the fuck?
Like, they are identical.
Then they all 3 end up syncing up, become best buds. They're fucking literally like the same fucking humans, bro. Which I don't know if that goes
so
towards...
does it speak more to nature?
Maybe, I think so.
No, and like when they meet, like everybody, like they notice like it seems like they had known each other forever.
Bro, that's
like,
interesting
instantly.
because I know a family with like that adopted this girl, and like she came from a really fucked up family, like super troubled, and her mom was fucked up, that everyone was into drugs and alcohol, like really hardcore, and she was raised in like this really good household and shit, and like she still like got back into that shit, like,
of course,
and she never was ever around it ever. Like,
can't run from your family tree.
It's just
sometimes,
like in your nature, I guess. Like,
I think there's a balance of both, though. I mean, it's like you're definitely a product of your surroundings to a sense, but there's something inherent in you that's passed down, in terms of lineage. I feel like
in your DNA or something.
The craziest part, though, is in terms of scientific, experimentation. That's like an awesome experiment, like just from purely, if you're not attaching emotion to it. It's like, wow, like how else could you do this? That's the only way you could really figure out the true debate. Like they were really trying to crack nature versus nurture.
And it still doesn't.
But then
even
morally,
answer it, like.
morally, it's just fucked up. It's just like, bro, how can you do that shit?
And wait, were like the kids just put up for adoption, and then they decided, like, the government got involved and they decided to split the 3 up, or like
no, a scientist
like
who was running the experiment went to the adoption agency, and like they worked on it together essentially.
Oh,
but
so they were already at an adoption agency. They didn't like go to the family and be like, can we have your 3 kids?
Yeah, someone wanted to give up their triplets, and then a scientist came in and split
them
up.
Identical triplets.
And all the families were in the dark.
Just so broke.
And all the families were
no other option.
all the families were so pissed when they found out, bro. They were all like, we would have taken all 3. All the families would have taken all 3. And they were all so fucking furious. It ended up being this huge lawsuit. The boys, though, were famous as fuck for like 5 or 6 years.
Yeah,
like,
we're making millions a year off of like a restaurant.
They had a restaurant like all about their brothership, and like they were there hosting every night, and they were on
every
talk show in America.
This, and, like one of them got a little crazy.
We watched this in Arizona at your house.
Oh really?
I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Was I there?
It was like a super late night, like after the drunk wore off. We smoked a backwood, and then we We just watched it. It was me, Race, Johnson.
You may not have been.
Oh, I think I watched some of it. Didn't one of them die or something?
Well, hold on.
I mean, dude, all this shit.
I mean, maybe, possibly. Go watch it. But yeah, there's a dark twist at the end. Yes, one of them died. All right. It's like,
okay, yeah. I just like I needed to like confirm my memory.
That was confirmed.
Yeah, one of them killed himself because I guess like his past was haunting him, like all the memories he missed out on potentially. I don't know. He just started getting really like sick in the head, which I think had to do with the experiment, which made it even darker. That scientist was under so much heat, bro. I don't know if they jailed him or what. I forget how it ended, but
they jailed his
it's
ass.
crazy, bro. You could just get away with shit back then. It's like pretty fucked up.
Yeah, you could just do whatever you wanted.
That shit is not gonna fly these days. Okay, what else do I want to talk about? Oh yeah, the Olympics shit. You saw the 3 Jamaican women all won first, second, and third.
Oh, the 100 meter.
In the 100 meter, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they were
which
talking
Sha'Carri
about
was supposed to be racing in, which is like that shit is still just it fucks me up, bro.
Dude, I'm
it's
so
marijuana,
removed.
like,
What? Oh, she got.
Bro, she didn't pass a drug test for marijuana. I think her dad had just died, or what? Sibling had just died. What was the context?
Even if
her mother died.
Her mother died.
There's big like debates just in general though, like with all these other countries that like, because some of them like run their own drug testing agencies as well. That like they're giving athletes
leeway.
No, they're giving athletes actual steroids and shit. Like
And
so
just
they
not
perform
reporting
better for the country. Yeah.
for sure.
Didn't that happen with Russia in 2012?
Yeah, that happened already, but like the people still believe it's happening with Jamaica.
Because
like,
they do their tests within
these countries
each country.
that get so dominant like out of nowhere, and you're just like, what?
It's crazy though, because I'm like, bro, weed is the furthest thing from a PED. That can only fuck up your endurance.
No, I mean it depends, bro, because it can help you relax, and like that can be a huge advantage for some people. Like,
Yeah, so can a fucking bubble bath. You know, it's like Jesus.
And Epsom salt.
yeah, but you can't.
I agree.
You can be high and be performing. You can't be in a bubble bath and running track. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I guess. I just can't imagine anybody high is running faster than when they're not stoned.
Yeah, I can, because when you like, bro, when you smoke weed, it relaxes your body. Like,
But this also wasn't during a meet. It's just like in her personal life, she decided to smoke a joint because one of her family members
granted,
died.
I don't think it'd be the PED I would use, but like it definitely, yeah, there's like
This
a
chick can smoke
debate for like
cigarettes and
golf
get
too,
drunk.
like getting like drug testing golfers too, because like the people believe like people are using like muscle relaxers and shit like that to help them putt because so they don't get nervous.
Okay, so you can get drunk and that makes you relaxed in the middle of a golf game. So then what about that?
No, you can't do that though. Like it's illegal.
John Daly was. What do you mean?
Yeah, but it doesn't mean it was legal. You can't do that. Like that's illegal as fuck.
Damn, he was really open about it though. I thought.
Yeah, what are they gonna do after the fact? Like you can't drink and perform. Like that's super illegal. Like you can't do that.
Are you sure? There's so many. I mean.
Yes, Johnson. I'm sure my dad played on the tour for 25 years. You can't drink and play. That's illegal.
Okay. I did not know. This is a new thing. But yeah, I think it's stupid. If you want to fucking smoke a cigarette, if you want to fucking get drunk, but you just can't smoke weed, that's like the one thing. I don't know. It's weird to me.
Yeah, I mean that's why even JD was talking about it and being like, yeah, I wish I was like I could just get drunk.
Baseball players can dip in the middle of a game.
That's not alcohol, bro.
I know, but that relaxes you. I'm saying all
exactly.
This shit,
That's
all this shit does the same
and
shit.
that's a debate. There's also debate in golf that's a PED as well. Like
that what tobacco is?
yeah, because it helps you relax. Like,
But you can smoke a cig on the course, no?
sure, yeah, I think you can.
Which I'm just like they're
But
all
like
they're all
it's
substances.
just a fine line because it's the same thing. It's like, okay, yeah, all right. If tobacco, then what? It's like, or if weed, then what? So like, there is an argument for tobacco. Like, I would say it's not, but like, it definitely there is an argument for relaxation. Like for sure, like that it helps you calm your nerves or whatever. Like
Right, like where do you draw the line?
But yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think it should be strictly like.
PED. I mean, like.
I mean, it's tough to argue it, but it's like, dude, if you're
But it's like,
shooting
what is a PED?
something into your veins, obviously that's probably a little crossing the lines. Also, if you're taking like a pill made from unnatural substances, maybe that's crossing the line.
Yeah, I think what they should do is we should just have one season where they just let it be free reign. All sports, you can do PEDs. Let's see what
Maybe
happens.
not season.
the only
but
problem
they
is
should
with
have a
that.
whole
I've already thought about
league.
that. The only problem with that is though is like then the athletes that don't want to have to use PEDs to even compete.
No, I know. I'm completely.
They should have a separate league and a separate Olympics, like just like
That would be
the
crazy.
pet
though.
Olympics.
Fucking dudes are throwing 160 mile an hour fastballs. Dudes are
Bro,
just
yeah.
jacking them like 700 yards. It's like,
Imagine.
oh, that would be kind of fire.
That would be actually. I mean, I don't
It'd
know.
be really captivating just seeing people like really at their peak performance via substance. I don't think it should actually be.
But
a
they're
thing,
abusing their bodies at the same
Yeah.
time. Maybe people who wouldn't normally do that would get into it just to place in this.
It's
Olympics.
a terrible idea. It's almost like the Tour de France debate when Lance was
Tour de
doping,
France.
just like all the other fucking bikers, but he just happened to be the best one already. He was leveling the playing field. Oh my god!
Here comes Sammy with his in and out.
Oh, I had to stop and get in and out. Okay.
What's going on?
What's up, dude? How you been?
You know.
So let's see how many we've been. What?
Little
Kind of long.
Johnson didn't know that you couldn't drink and play professional golf at the same time. He thought you could drink. Like, because John Daly did it. I was like, well, it's not legal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I just assumed because he was so open about it that you could. We were just debating about the whole Sha'Carri Richardson
smoking weed.
Like it just makes no sense to me. She did something in her personal life that doesn't really enhance.
I just was saying, like,
I mean, it's just the rules.
I think, it is the rules, and
Stupid
I think
rule,
it is like a PED.
Stupid
I
rule.
think it is a PED. Like, honestly.
I disagree. I don't think it is.
Like,
I mean, it's not I don't think it's a PED.
I don't think anybody's
Bro,
performing
if you
better
do-
while high.
Yeah, I like a little bit of weed, bro, and you go hoop, like, you're fucking vibing, bro. What? You're fucking vibing, bro.
But it's not a
Forgetting
PED.
shit. I don't think it's PED.
I don't think
at
it's a
all.
PED.
I mean, if it helps
personally.
but if it, that's
could
where
be to somebody.
That's where the argument lies, though, is because if it helps you relax and you perform better, now it's performance enhancing.
Yeah.
But then
I mean, I think
at that
like
point you can call everything a PED. It's like
Exactly, and that's what I was saying about. There was even an argument about tobacco being a PED when used in golf and
baseball
hockey
and
shit,
dip and shit. Yeah.
because it relaxes the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
It's crazy though, because I mean they were saying even her best time would have been 4th place regardless. I just think it's just kind of nutty. Yeah, I don't know. Like you tell me those Jamaicans ain't fucking getting a little down. I don't know. Shit.
Some weed.
It's
Some
crazy.
kush
Why are
stuff.
Jamaicans so like fast and then like the Kenyans are so like endured?
Yeah, what is
those two
that?
countries like run sprinting and like long distance.
Yeah,
It's
long,
crazy.
like Kenyans can like run like a 5-minute mile for 26 miles straight.
And that's for sure genetic hunting and gathering. I feel like shit over the years. Right?
I mean, it has to be like.
Do they really do
Bro,
that?
yeah,
Bro,
like
well,
the
and
world
it's-
record marathon.
Yeah.
And there's like a certain like subsection of Kenyans. I was reading something about it that can just literally run forever, bro. It's like insane.
Well,
not,
yeah,
not literally.
I feel like
but
that's just
like
like a
50
big
miles.
cultural thing, like growing up. And
Yeah,
shit.
it could also be the fact that like it's just like
They have insane genetics.
you grow
too.
up knowing Kenyans are the best, and you're Kenyan. You're like, well, then I'm gonna be the best, and
Yeah.
like you believe it, and so you achieve it.
But why are Jamaicans so fast?
Yeah, it's one specific Kenyan
know.
tribe, bro. How one Kenyan tribe produces the world's best runners.
And they're all
No,
like what?
for real?
Aren't they
No,
all like
literally.
6'6"?
I think 5'10" is like the best running height.
Really?
They're
And then
so
like the
good.
swimmers are like really
holy
tall.
fuck, bro. This dude, Kenyan Wilson Kipsang, won this year's Berlin Marathon in 2 hours, 3 minutes, and 23 seconds, an average of 4:42 per mile. That's
Bro.
26 miles, bro. I could never even think of running a 4:40 mile, even
1
once.
mile.
No.
Not even close. Bro. I'm not even
No
sniffing
shot.
that shit, bro. This
No,
dude,
I'd have to sprint, and I wouldn't even make it in one lap.
26 fucking miles, bro. That dude has to be like,
Bro, we couldn't sprint a mile in 4:42.
Fuck
We
no.
could not.
Bro, back in the day, the dude who ran the first marathon fucking died. He fucking died. Like back in Rome
Actually-
or whatever it was, Greece, like that's where they like he ran like 26.2 miles to like give this urgent message to whoever the fuck it was, and he got there and gave him the message and died
Because his body was
because he
like,
ran 26 miles straight and died.
bro.
Jesus.
holy shit.
It's
Right.
crazy. The guys who came in 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th place were all Kenyan also. On the women's side, the Kenyans placed 1st, 2nd, and 4th. Who was that 3rd placer on the women's
It's
side?
like Kelly Smith from Kentucky.
From Georgia?
Yeah.
I don't know why. I feel like British people can't sprint.
No.
Did you
No,
hear
no
the
way.
story about the British
Pour
cycling
me a
team?
pint. It's like, okay, you're not beating me in a race.
No, but hold on.
Well, they do have some good soccer players.
No,
right?
I'm just fucking around. British
Amazing.
people
They made
don't
it to the finals.
We're
this
just
year.
generalizing.
But
Come
bro,
on.
sprint.
I
Just
was
generalizing
reading-
British people.
I read this book called Atomic Habits by James Clear. Great book. Read it if you can. It's amazing. But in one of the chapters, he starts each chapter with kind of like an example, and then like goes into like the principle of what he's talking about. And one of the chapters, he gets into like the British bike team, who was like bottom of the league. You know, Americans are always really good. I don't know who else is always really good. But he implemented like small little changes in this British cycling team. And like over 3 years, they went from the worst to like the best, and they won whatever it was. Maybe not the Tour de France, but something
Tour
like
de
that.
Italy,
Yeah,
some big
exactly.
race.
They won like that one like 3 years in a row.
What were the changes?
You already
Do you
take your
remember?
first one?
Yeah.
Small changes.
Are we
dude.
arguing and that's why you didn't dab me up? Or
Yeah,
what?
we were arguing, and I just took it without you because I was pissed
He's
at you.
like, fuck John Daly.
Wait, what?
I swear John
No, but
Daly won a
no,
PGA
but
drinking.
his like fucking belief that it was legal, I was like, well, fuck, do I not even know the rules to my own dad's job? Like, I was like,
You can't even smoke cigs or cigars or anything either. Like, I looked it up. There's a rule. I don't remember what year it was, but they
yeah, I mean,
chopped
I
that
don't know
out.
about the cigar thing because Rocco Mediate like smokes them every day,
But I don't think during your fucking round you can or some shit. I don't know.
they fucking do.
During your hit.
I maybe it's just
No.
way more lenient.
Not during your. Like,
Maybe
your
it's more lenient, like on the Champions Tour, you know.
Sam, we miss you,
Okay.
bud.
I miss you guys.
If you didn't notice, we did a little interior design. I hung out that picture over there.
Is that
Jake
from
Fushi
that Jake
original?
The
Fush?
real question though is, what do we do with this one right there?
That's like from like Stas's mom, I think.
Oh,
It's
wow.
like we could put that in the trash, or we could.
Oh
put
my
should.
god,
No,
dude.
I'm kidding. You can put that wherever we want. It's a good. I mean, we could take that to our next.
And the bottom of it, there's like a weird.
I
Like,
hate the
you
bottom
see the
right
bottom?
of it. It's pissing me off.
What? You guys are fucking.
Come on.
He's like, I want to.
All right. We successfully iced the kid. That was our one goal.
We got you the fucking sugar.
He hung that just so he had like an excuse to point it over
All
there.
right, take a knee, you little slut.
How's the flight?
Shitty. Yeah, what's up with that?
We'll get you bounced back. Come on.
Sammy had like a 9:30 a.m. flight, and then I don't think he took off till 11.
Sammy.
Oh, that was quick.
Holy mackerel, bro. You're good.
Mackerel.
What a hunk.
That kid's a hunk, dude.
Well, that answers your question. Bruce was either like he's gonna either love it or he's gonna hate it. I was like,
I hope he loves it.
he's gonna do it. He's not.
How'd the video go?
So good. I mean, New York. Yeah, it was
Wait,
good.
what song were you filming again?
Mexico.
Oh, fire.
I saw green screen in there.
Yeah, green screen
So, like-
action. Yeah, we just like went in the city.
The
There was,
boys.
like,
I saw the boys in all the pictures. Like,
yeah, those are my
you're like fake boys.
I can't lie. Like I saw it, I was like, fuck those kids.
No, they're like cool. I mean, we casted them, and
Your
they're
phone
like
just fell in your In-N-Out bag.
both nerds, but like both awesome nerds. You know, like.
yeah, just did exactly what.
But like they were fun. Like we were getting fucked up.
You
just
fucked? Or-
Jaeger bombs.
Did y'all kiss at all or nothing?
Nah, not this time.
Was one of them the love interest?
No, that was the girl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were trying to be a little more progressive this year, Sammy.
Well, nah, not yet.
Okay. I guess you can say that for a different time.
But no, video's good. New York's fucking great. I think we should all go there soon.
New York is good.
Just
That'd
take a
be
gang
such a
trip?
fun game.
Can we
It's
just-
just a change of pace. And
Where
it
would we
feels
stay?
like-
Would we stay outside the
you
city
feel
or
like you're
in
part
it?
of? I
Bro,
stay
those-
outside the city.
No, but
Those
where would
thunderstorms?
we
I
stay?
mean, we should stay in the city.
Like get a little Airbnb,
Like
at,
somewhere
some
downtown.
fire condo.
Yeah, some downtown.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, bro, you're just in the mix. There's like pubs everywhere. You feel like you're part of something bigger. LA, it's like
Yeah,
It's so
spread out.
spread out.
it's just like stupid here now.
It is. It
I don't,
really.
I don't
is.
like it. Like it's really like kind of just.
pretty
It's just
stupid.
like
I'd be down. Let's fucking shoot the podcast in New York for a couple years.
I mean,
Dude, you know what's crazy is because like I know us three are thinking about what our next move is. You know,
Yeah.
like I've given some serious thought to it because I was like I could get back into an apartment. I could go to like do like a smaller house. Like I don't know what to do. Right, our lease is up on August 23rd, and right now my plan is to go back to Omaha because it just works out. My sister's getting married on August 22nd, and then I was like talking to my dad. I was like, yeah, I'll probably stay till like September 1st. Like, cause that's just like a day, you
It's
know.
like
it's
a nice long
Yeah.
week. When's your sister's wedding? Second wedding.
Yeah, second wedding, same guy. They just wanted to do it twice, so all their friends could be there. Even
God,
though
they
COVID's
fucking love
just
each
as
other.
bad.
I hope I find something.
Bro,
like
they
that.
do. It's their 10-year dating anniversary on September 1st, which is
Ooh.
crazy. But they're getting married for the first
Wow.
time or second time. So regardless, I'm like, okay, September 1st. Do I come back to LA? Do I like you know use the like homie couches that we've built up our credit on, like, cause like, we give homies places to stay. Like, do I go stay on like a homie's couch for a week and figure out where I'm going to live?
Yeah.
Or like, do I just be a nomad and like travel, like do Zoom meetings, like go to any
Yeah.
studio anywhere. Cause we
Yeah.
can do that.
Yeah.
Zoom into the podcast. Like I can't decide what I'm doing.
Yeah, I mean, I've been thinking too, and my manager, I was telling you, my
Mhm.
manager and chef want me to move to New York for 4 months.
That's like not even a commitment. Do it.
Yeah, and
Why
it's
not?
like, I mean, the main reason why it's like, oh, I don't know, it's because of the podcast. But like,
Yeah.
we can Zoom. I don't know,
We
like,
could
there's a
Zoom.
lot
Zoom
of.
is fucking trash though.
I know it's just not as like cohesive.
It's just, like I mean, it's better than nothing. I'm
I
not
don't
gonna
know,
sit here
bro.
and complain, but like
Have you guys
Being
seen
in
that
the room, the
VFX
energy?
podcast? Josh Richards and Dave Portnoy and that girl.
I think I've seen
Yeah,
like
yeah, I've seen it.
TikToks.
I've just
of it.
seen like random, like it's on my Discover sometimes because we have like same demographic and like
when you got aired out on, right?
honestly I don't know. And I yes, and that's funny as fuck. And they a lot of times do it on Zoom, and like it's like perfect. Like it's not you because they
one
do
of them will be
different
on Zoom?
screens. You wouldn't even notice like how there's a cut between mine and Bruce's shot and your shot and the wide shot. Like you wouldn't even know they're not in the same room sometimes.
No, I mean,
yeah, my main thing is I just don't like the audio. The audio's like because I listen to most podcasts,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you can tell.
Maybe if we just
immediately.
all have mics, like.
I mean, it's something figure outable for
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, if you guys really want to travel, yeah, we'll make it work. Like it's not that. Big
It's
of a
just
deal.
not ideal. You're saying
Me and Johnson will just do it, and you guys have fun. You
we'll
know?
be out. We'll be out and about.
It was
Go
good
do your
having
thing,
you. Like
no?
just keep posting
No,
it
but
on
I-
your page a
but I
little
think-
bit. But
I think we should all go to New York.
I'm so down. Like there's
Bro,
we are so lucky to not have any reason not to.
Yeah, and there's so much undiscovered people and things to do, and just a different vibe.
Whole new friend group.
Like, bro, like I felt so re-inspired just like stepping on the streets of New York. It's like this is
pissing in front of cop cars.
awesome.
Would that? I'm curious because I love New York in doses. Do you think that would wear off in time at all?
I mean,
I
I
mean,
don't
bro,
think it
LA.
would in 4 months just
We've been here
because
for 7
we've
years.
never like stayed there for that long. Like,
And if we have
No,
our
for sure. There's no way to know. I'm just curious.
I'll,
It's just
quit,
like-
I'll quit my fucking job today.
yeah.
Let's do this,
Let's
dude.
go.
Pack
I
it
mean, it's
up.
definitely an option. I don't know.
It gives us so much good content too. Like,
Yeah.
oh, what's it? Did you guys make new friends today? Like, we all have like different
Yeah.
tasks.
The only thing, my only argument really is like so many people are leaving New York because of COVID and all this. Like, it's like New York's like I heard like really whack and like crime's gone up there fucking tremendously. And
I like New York. I just don't know if I would live there, honestly.
I mean, I like it.
and
in
the
doses.
summer also sounds decent, but
Summer, it's
sounds
like
sick.
smells.
But
and
imagine
shit.
the rain.
but in the winter,
The
bro,
fall is the best though. Fall New
Yeah.
York, bro. It's like raining. It's like
yeah, but
bro,
after
the thunderstorms.
gloomy.
I was like, yeah.
yeah, bro.
No, yeah, it's a vibe. I just like, I love going there, and I feel like if I lived there, I probably wouldn't love it as much. I don't know.
I don't
like
know,
anywhere
bro. Yeah,
ever, right?
let's
It's,
talk.
it's anywhere ever, yeah.
Maybe
exactly.
we take this on the road and like we road trip all the way to New York.
We
And
do a
then-
podcast in every
and
city,
then we
and then we
hunker
decide.
down there for a couple months
Yeah.
and figure it out, bro.
That'd be sick.
I mean, there's some cool spots. I don't know.
This is like a realistic thing, like less than a month away. Like I have absolutely no idea what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to Omaha.
All right, tune in. You
Might
guys
go
let
to
us know in
Miami.
the comments where we should move.
yeah.
I'm thinking about literally going to Miami for like 2
I'm
weeks.
just
Might
kidding.
crash with Fred if he's down there. I think Fred's gonna be down
Sad
Get on some
one.
Fred vibes.
Fuck,
Yeah,
I would love to
exactly.
get in his car.
there. He
His
does
car's
have a
a
Bentley.
Zoomer.
No, now he's got a Rolls.
Bro, he said, fuck the Bentley. I want the Rolls.
He literally turned into Lil Baby.
Bro, that kid is the nicest kid of all
Yeah.
time.
I literally texted him today because I was thinking
It's
about
like
this.
him and Nico with a nice off.
It's a nice
If you
off.
got race in the room, it'd be like, all right.
No,
who's up?
sleep in my bed.
No,
and I'll
no.
sleep on the couch.
You shower first. It's
Listen,
cool,
listen,
bro.
listen. I'll be naked today. You wear all my clothes.
You
It's
want
like-
me to cook you some food? I'm like, fuck yeah.
I guess, but like, yeah, you're nice. So I texted and I was like, yo, like, I'm like free. I don't know what I'm doing. My 25th birthday's coming up in September. I'm like, maybe I might come to Miami and just like say fuck it and go to Miami. He's like, bro, I'll make sure I'm there. Just come stay at my condo. I'm like, yo, okay.
Just
And I was
dropping
like, I'm
everything.
talking to the boys. I'm gonna talk to the boys, see what's up. So I don't know like what the vibe is, but that could be a vibe for like September 8th-ish, 10th.
I just feel
in
like
general, like this whole conversation of moving whence and where, we do need
Carson.
we do need more group
Therapy.
vacations and shit.
Fuck yeah.
Not maybe not vacation. We could be working too, but more group
Memories.
mobbing.
Yeah.
Mobbing, group mobbing. That's what
Correct.
tour was amazing.
I mean,
about.
that's what I'm saying. Like we would definitely
Podcast tour.
That was funny.
The only reason we're sick of LA is because like we rarely leave here. If we were just like more active in life and just like okay, let's go to experience more shit. Like
No,
I think.
I don't think that.
Why-
I don't agree with that.
Wait, what did he
What
say?
don't
Though?
you-
What did he say?
What's your like detriment about LA? I'm just curious. Like
I feel like I've worn out all. Like I've met the people that all are here. I've experienced every bar or lack there of bars. Like I don't like the clubs. I'm over the chicks.
I hear you.
Like my boys are like the people I fucking rock with. and,
right.
like,
If we have them somewhere else.
and like there's like I love dive bars and shit.
I'm on the
There's
same
no
page
dive
as
bars
you,
in
like,
LA.
I-
Like Scottsdale has dive bars. New York has dive bars. Like random shit like that. Like like real experiences and meeting real people. It's just like nobody's from here in LA, or like everybody's from a different spot, and like people are just looking for something.
Yeah,
to
I'm on
get
your
onto and,
vibe
like,
100%.
I don't know. It's just a bunch of fraud, weirdo shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm on your vibe.
It's
I
definitely
The
like
only thing really keeping me here right now is the podcast and just like my job, which holds it down for me
Yeah.
right now. But like,
And like
I'm on
boys.
the same vibe. Like I think about it all the time. I'm like, bro, like, in reality, how much longer do you have out here? Like,
yeah, I don't want to be here much longer.
there's just no way. It's just the most it's so when I go home or when I'm around like people back home or whatever, like it's so much healthier. I'm like,
Yeah.
holy fuck, like my
Going home
and
is-
mentally health.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like and I see what that does for my physical too. Like when I come back out here and I'm mentally just fucking getting beat up all the time, I'm like, I look like shit too. It's just like
Yeah.
everything. It's like I don't know.
It'd be cool to not even like we're talking
There's
about.
like one like the chip on my shoulder though that it's like I don't want to be another person that like didn't like LA's great. It is what you make of it, you know, to an extent. But like I don't want to be like, oh, I left LA and I like I quit, you know, like I don't want to be a pussy that quit. Like,
Yeah.
I want to like give it a real shot too.
Yeah, I think quitting and changing
time,
cities
like,
is very different though.
I agree. At the same time, like am I quitting?
LA isn't
like,
the only place you
just
can
because I'm not
make
like,
it
mentally.
at, you know
like,
and it's like, if
fucking
you don't think you quit, then fuck what anyone else thinks. Like, you didn't quit unless you think you quit.
if you're going for a specific reason too, yeah, it's like, you know.
Yeah, I guess there's just like part of me that's like I want to make it here.
Whether it be your mental fucking change of pace, anything. It's like if you're moving, that's up to you and you only. You know
it's also super fucking easy to get so lazy out here because so many kids and people we hang out with have like family money and they're like always willing.
Oh, just
to
a lot
have
of
fun. And it's
shit.
like, I mean, and it's probably like a personal thing. I can say no more often, but like, it's so easy to coast because the people you're around, you coast with. Like, a lot of people just end up coasting, and like that becomes the normal. And it's like,
this is the scene,
and we live in
big
a
old
time
black
where
hole, you know?
fucking mediocrity is rewarded way too much.
Yeah.
The scene in LA is just like this big old black hole, and like it's just trying to pull you. It's trying to pull you. Come here, Jay. Come on. Just come get drunk again.
It's
tonight.
just trying to just distract you with the bullshit. It's not about just it's not the drunk. It's not just that.
Just fucking off and not prioritizing your like what you're trying to accomplish in life versus, you know.
It's just it's all of it. Like none of it matters, you know.
And you can do that anywhere. I'm not saying you can't. It's just an LA
which is
thing.
cool about the internet. Yeah,
you can absolutely do that anywhere. You know
and I think that's like on Sammy's point, like moving somewhere else just would really like for me personally would realign my perspective on life and how people are moving.
New chapters, like,
and if what I'm chasing is even what I want to chase, because sometimes I get clouded even in that. But
yeah,
and it'd be sick. Like, I know we're talking about LA. Obviously, we live here. New York also just happens to be like one of the biggest cities in America.
Yeah.
Miami, like Chicago, whatever. We didn't even mention Chicago, but. Like, we could go somewhere like Breckenridge, Colorado. We could go somewhere like Raleigh, North Carolina. You know, somewhere beautiful, inspiring.
Yeah.
Completely out of the ordinary.
Nashville.
I would rather do I would
love to run Nashville.
I would rather do something which would be neither New York or LA. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're
and
very.
Those are places.
There's a lot more similarities. Like, once you're living there, that I think you'll find.
I want to do Nashville because it gives me like Arizona vibes, but like there's people there. There's like a scene there, but it's not super big. You know, that's why I think it'd be fun.
Dude,
and like,
we have
obviously I've already done this Scottsdale thing, but
yeah.
That's why I get excited about the Nashville idea. But
Nashville would be fun,
and especially
and
any
any
of
of
these
these
moving there,
smaller cities. Like, bro, we have a balling house in Los Angeles. Imagine in Nashville. Like, not that that's what matters, but bro, we could just put ourselves in such a great position to win.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
more
just
bang for our
fun,
buck.
bro. Or if we went to like fucking Austin or Dallas, like in the middle, and then we could, especially touring your music, touring the podcast, we could tour from the middle of the country, so it's so easy to tour.
Austin.
Like,
don't have to start. You don't have to start West Coast type shit.
Yeah, like it'll be that could be a vibe. It's
No,
still
yeah.
close to. It's close to Omaha.
It's so close to
It's close to
Omaha.
Arizona.
Hour flight,
Like we're both close to our families. Like Texas
might be the
fucking
move.
vibe.
Austin or Dallas.
I could do Austin.
I could
for
fucking
sure.
go right to Lake Travis, bro. I'll live outside of Baker's house. I don't give a fuck, bro.
No, and it's facts. There's nothing specifically in LA that like we need to be in LA for.
I'm trying to think of the last 6 months. Like, what have I done that I couldn't have done somewhere
I had
else?
one audition that was cool.
There's talented fucking musicians in every fucking city. You know what I'm saying? All these markets that we're talking about, at least.
Well, and truthfully, the way we make music, we only need ourselves. Like, you know?
Yeah.
You can
it's great to collaborate.
And John, you guys could make a full song, send it via email or whatever.
100%.
Have someone master it. Boom, you're fucking.
Yeah, no.
And you don't have to pay LA taxes. Like, I mean, there's so many incentives.
Yeah, California is just. Oh my god. It's just cool. Like, I like this conversation.
I wonder if we will. Like,
no, I know we're talking about it.
I also don't want to make a hasty decision. You know.
No, me neither.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I want to. Like,
it's just the timing for me and like you personally right now. I know it's like, like there's nothing holding us here, even with you, Bruce. But also our lease, and I know you're thinking about getting a new lease. Like,
no, my lease is up. Like I already put my application in for a new spot.
And imagine just having like X amount of dollars that we spend on rent, even if we go back to Omaha for whatever it is a month. Like that's like every month that you don't pay California rent is like. We could go to dinners every night. We could go buy all these clothes. Like, you know, you could do so much or just save your money. Like, it's just like, I don't mind being a nomad, even just for a month. Like, just figuring out what the hell I want to do.
Same, bro. And you can just like, we could stream, so we could Twitch stream. We could fucking do a podcast. We can make fucking movies. Like, we don't have to be here.
I just want to work.
We made a movie for this podcast, dude. Like, we can do that on just us four and a film.
Whenever we want.
And then go fucking to the studio and then go fucking anywhere, you know?
Like, bro, like, when I got out to
like,
New York, I was like working more in fucking like, you know, studio sessions and, you know, just being with my manager and like when you're in the work mindset, like you're a completely different person.
You're healthy.
You're like confident. You're like you're like, like I'm way more decisive. I'm way like I know what I want. I know what I like. I see a vision better. When I'm out here, I'm like coasting. I'm like, I don't really care. I can't make decisions. I'm like, I don't really know what I want.
Yeah.
But as soon as you get into this fucking flow state,
it's
like
easy. It's
bro,
that
like
hump.
things are just like fucking coming. Like, you know, you start manifesting random shit and deals come. I don't know. It just felt cool to like be re-inspired of like, okay, working is great. And like out here, I'm like, I don't know. I don't really feel like going to the studio today. Yeah. Just because I can go hop in my pool or like, you know, it's just whatever. So it was just cool to like get back in that.
I just was thinking like, bro, we made Like That, you know, if you're not familiar, one of mine and Johnson's biggest songs, you know, it got taken off the internet because we got sued for it. We used someone's beat, but like, bro, that we made that in Omaha. We made that before we ever even thought to live in LA.
On my back porch, you guys.
We wrote that shit on your back porch, like with the fireflies and the June heat in Omaha, Nebraska, like
June bugs and the June heat.
Bro, like let's just go, like get out of here. We don't need to be here. It's toxic. It took us 7 years to realize that. I don't know.
No, yeah, and I think there was something very valid about us being here. You know, like
I love LA though.
There's still good things, like, but you know, there's still great things that come with LA.
I have a love-hate relationship with it. I'd say, you know, like. I feel like I can be very productive in LA if I make myself be productive. But like, I could fuck off anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, moving to a new place won't
just instantly make you. Exactly.
That's my thing is because too, like the reason we can fuck off more here is we know more people. So like when you go to New York, you don't know anybody. Of course, you're gonna lock in.
And you're there for a finite amount of time. It's like, okay, let's get shit done during this fucking 5-day period or what. You know.
The reality is most shit's not gonna change. Like the change comes from within, obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
But like.
But a simple mental switch
could the scenario help change it?
A new setting could help be the catalyst towards change.
I agree. And especially with how toxic LA is in general, like, for sure. Like,
yeah.
It's a conversation to be had.
Decisions.
It's just interesting how everyone out here wants the same thing and like, majority of people don't come together to actually, like, accomplish those things. Whether they say they are, most of them aren't. You know, they'll act like they are, but they're not. Like, everyone's like, oh, yeah, let's do it. Let's fucking build. And then, like, they're talking shit. It's like,
let's Lincoln build.
Let's Lincoln build.
It's just like, I don't know.
They're just like, you won't talk to him for a month.
Why don't you just don't say anything to me instead? You know?
That's why I just was like, nah, I'm not going to go out. Like, fuck it. It's like, what? No, I don't even know anyone. I know my boys. Like, I know people's names, but, like, I don't know who they are.
You know faces just in the crowd type shit.
Yeah.
People just aren't fun anymore. But fuck it. Let's stop talking about that. But we do have decisions to be made.
I think that's the realest we've ever gotten.
Yeah, and I think everyone will appreciate it. And I think after this podcast, we can have like a legit conversation about like, well, what are you thinking?
Yeah.
No, totally. Yeah.
Not that we're not being honest, but we're
just fucking lying.
We can just dive in without saying shit and having to go back on it, which is good.
Rolling Loud went down to Miami this past weekend.
No. Oh yeah, it did. I thought you were talking about Lollapalooza. Did you see that Krusty Krab pizza? Or not that.
What are you talking about, bro?
What?
Is the pizza?
I tried to bring up Rolling Loud.
I just saw, was Jack Harlow at Rolling Loud and Lollapalooza?
Yes.
Because I saw him perform going crazy at Lolla, but.
I FaceTime with Fabio Foreign like 2 days ago.
For what reason?
Funny. I was with Shaft, and Shaft was on FaceTime. He's like, and I'm just like talking to Fabio. He's just chilling. I was like, yo, how was Rolling Loud?
That's like going to Johnson. We'll be like listening to rap every time Johnson goes, why do I feel like Fabio Foreign right now? Like, shut the fuck up.
I was like, yo.
What did I say?
You've said that like multiple times.
Are you talking about in the studio when we were on that drill beat like last week?
No, but I've heard you say it more than just that. But yes, that's actually the most recent one. So you definitely like Fabio. It's like when you say to me, it's like, Bruce, you're like, all right, money bag, you know?
Yeah, he is money bag.
It's like that, and it's just like the rapper you go to.
Remember this episode of SpongeBob?
Yeah, everyone surrounding
Squidward's
house?
I couldn't tell what the fuck that was.
That's Lollapalooza. Holy shit. Daquan posted some shit. If you don't know Daquan, great meme account.
I mean, Rolling Loud is like a fucking crazy event, but like every video I saw, the crowd looked super, super whack.
There was some dope moments, looked like, but I don't know, that Miami heat, bro, and just like fucking being outside all day, I feel like, bro, people are just losing energy like by the second.
Yeah.
You feel me? What did you guys think about that DaBaby rant? Did you see that shit?
No, but I was
the one with Questlove.
No, he said something about the
he
HIV.
said on stage. He's like, put your phone light up if you ain't got one of the HIV or AIDS or one of them sexual transmitted diseases that kill you in 2 to 3 weeks. Put your phone light up. Just like out of nowhere. Everyone's like, what the fuck?
I mean, it's just like, what?
That's all he said.
No, and then he said, ladies, if your pussy smell like water, put your phone light up. And then he said, fellas, if you ain't sucking dick in the parking lot, put your phone light up. He's like, let's keep it real. And then like, and everyone was just like, where did this like super homophobically charged rant come from, DaBaby? Like, it was so out of pocket. Like, it was like, where did this come from?
He could have just been like fucked up. Like, that's what like, when people are like looking for logic in some famous people's like rant. I'm like, he just could be off one. Like
He's
fucking going nuts. Like,
I don't know. People
he's
like
performing in front of a trillion fucking people. He's probably off his rocker a little bit. Like,
yeah, I don't know. I
mean, definitely not like a smart thing to say to baby.
I was like, bro, you got a lot of
no,
bands
but
you're working
I'm not like
with,
defending him, but in general, like.
No, people will say
like,
shit impulsively, especially on
yeah,
stage when it's
How
fucked
do you even be present in that fucking moment? Like,
yeah, but then how do you
don't know what the hell is happening? Like, how do you let how many times you've done those type of shows?
It was just so.
But on the basis,
left field.
I'm not backing up what he said, but let's just break it down logically. Like, a majority of the guys in the crowd at a DaBaby concert are not sucking dick in the parking lot.
Bro, he has songs with Dua Lipa.
Of course.
Fucking Lil Nas X. There's probably a lot of gay people in that, in the crowd, and it's just Rolling Loud in general. Of course, he's the hottest artist. There's probably a ton of gay people.
Yeah, that's just a really divisive.
I thought he just wanted as many people as possible to put his phone lights up.
I'm just trying to say, I just was like, he's a rapper, and he was
probably not smart.
He probably wasn't sober
just
on stage.
Just a weird way to frame it to try to get people's phone lights up.
Why are you thinking about AIDS right now?
What?
And he was saying something about AIDS.
He said if you don't have HIV or AIDS or one of them illnesses that kill you in 2 to 3 weeks,
which nobody's dying from AIDS.
Well, it sounds really specific. Like maybe he just had an HIV scare.
I don't know.
Maybe he's just thinking that no one in the crowd has AIDS and he wants everyone to put their phone lights up.
Yeah,
I don't know, but it's funny because like AIDS doesn't even kill you in 2 to 3 weeks now. People can live forever with AIDS. Like it's
I'm pretty sure they cured that.
That's besides the fact. It's like,
and then he made it even worse, bro. He went on a rant on his Instagram and he said. He's like, man, my gay fans, like, they different, bro. They classy. They don't suck dick in the parking lot. My female fans don't do that either. They get a nice hotel room and shit. And I'm like, bro, quit. Just, like, quit trying to backtrack.
I mean, DaBaby is DaBaby. He's going to do whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah, no, of course.
Yeah, like,
I mean, you can't cancel him in terms of, like, hip-hop.
Yeah, like, Questlove came at him. Did you see that?
Yeah, and he's like, who even is this motherfucker? It's like, bro, it's Questlove. Put some respect on Questlove's name.
Questlove,
you know who that is.
He
was just like, yo, that was...
I didn't really understand
He's
what
like, you should probably just apologize for that, bro. That was really fucked up. Like,
and then, DaBaby was just like, fuck Questlove. I don't even know who the fuck that is. I am the influence.
I mean, Questlove is a legend.
Oh, absolutely.
No, yeah, people were like, people were commenting, it's like, we get you, baby, but like, he is going down in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Bro, yeah, DaBaby's not shit compared to Questlove. But regardless of that altercation, it's like
not shit
you know, hip hop is already like pretty fucking rooted in homophobia as it is.
Yeah,
you know
that's my.
He's not gonna get canceled in terms of hip hop, but like, it's just a bad look for his brands, his bag. It's like, bro, if you are homophobic, probably just keep it to yourself. You feel me? Like,
there's no way.
I don't know.
It's hard to believe.
It came off weird.
Yeah, I don't like.
It was so left field.
I feel like no one's like ever like actually.
I can't believe people are actually homophobic.
Yeah.
I can't believe that like everyone gets old. Isn't that crazy? Like I was watching this movie.
It's pretty believable. I mean,
no, but it's insane. You watch this movie from the 90s, you're like, damn, that dude's a
Edward
stud.
Norton, right?
No,
the guy
Richard Gere. I'm like, bro, and he was like, you know, wifing up Cindy Crawford at the time. And then I looked up Cindy Crawford. No hate, but it's like, yo, like her and Bruce Jenner look like the same person.
Twiplets.
It's Caitlyn, but yes.
Twinlets.
Oh my God, my bad. Maybe I'll cut that part. But it's like, bro, like, you know, it's just crazy that like even the most beautiful people.
Please don't cut that.
Wait,
I mean,
who? You said Cindy Crawford?
It was an innocent mistake.
It's innocent. I'm not trying to hate on
she was like the babe of all babes.
Babe of all babes.
She's got the mole. Like,
no, I know. She's like the Pepsi girl, right? Yeah.
But bro, it's just great. That wasn't even what made me think of it.
She chugs 2 Pepsis a day. You know that?
Yeah,
right when she wakes up.
It's like it's just crazy that everyone literally like
old.
Can't there not just be one? There's 8 billion of us. Can't there just be one?
There was a Chinese dude who lived to like 280. He got a certificate for it.
200?
Yeah.
Bro,
No, bro. I swear to God.
I
swear to God, bro.
But there are people like I follow this dude on Instagram.
Johnson's
He's like 52. He looks like fucking 20.
Stats. I don't know where the fuck he's be getting those.
Bro, China awarded him a documentation. But
yeah, well, China also lied about the fucking coronavirus, so I don't fucking believe it.
Chinese herbalist Li Chen-yun lived to be 256 years old. Just is what it is.
Also,
I don't believe that.
I don't believe
that was him in like the 40s.
I don't believe it.
Which 40s?
Show me.
The 18. And then he lived to these 40s.
By the way, I watched this movie called
China's
The Old
live.
Guard. You guys should watch The Old Guard. It's on Netflix.
Cut me off now because I'm about to rant on China.
No, don't.
No.
China.
China.
No,
I
China.
miss Trump's like fucking speeches, dude. Like,
no, comedy has gone down tremendously.
His comedy was so
SNL is damn near not even a thing anymore. I mean, they can't make fun of Biden, so what's going to happen?
I think they stopped. Didn't they stop after the last presidential debate?
It's just funny as fuck. That's all I got to say.
They could easily make fun of Biden. Biden will just like randomly talk about.
But it's like almost mean.
They're not going to.
It's like almost mean when he makes fun of Biden.
Like, what was the one you said?
Why?
Because he's like so like
he'll be like,
he's got like nothing.
You got the vaccine, right?
He's still a president. So,
the military.
It's like, you got the vaccine, right? The military, African American, the brothers. It's like, what are you talking about?
Black people. That's what he would say.
Yeah, it's like, what are you talking about,
bro?
This makes no sense.
He has no. I don't think he has any idea what's going on half the time.
It's really.
Bro,
I'm on neither side.
I saw this funny ass this video someone made on Reddit, and it was Joe Biden like in the 80s being like, crack cocaine, it's bad, it's all these things, and then like split on the other side is his son Hunter, just like
railing lines.
Yeah. No, smoking crack and it's like 50 different videos compiled into like a minute on both, like whatever his minute speech, and then like. And it's just like different scenarios where you see Hunter like filming, and everyone's just like, "Why the fuck does he film himself so much? Crack so much? Like,
why is he doing
You're like
that?
a very prominent
bro,
figure's son, bro. That's not gonna look good on your
fucking
pops.
video of all time. There's like actually 15 different. He's everywhere. Like he's smoking in his bed one place. He's smoking in the bath. It's like, and you're just like, someone really took the time to compile all these videos.
This dude smokes crack.
He smokes the fuck out of it.
It's like, how petty can you be, bro? Like, damn. Like, he's probably really sad about his son too. It's like, damn, bro, my son is addicted to crack.
He's probably sad about his dad.
How old is Biden?
108.
Yeah.
I think he's like 75.
I think he might be 250.
He could be. Is he
probably
that Chinese man?
He's
probably
the
weighs
Chinese
250.
guy. Yeah. No, I think he's in his 80s.
Bro, how crazy that Chinese man.
What if we looked up Biden's stats and he was like 6'7", like 305 pounds or some shit? We're like, what the fuck?
He's probably like a classic 6'2".
I feel like he's a classic 6'2".
Right?
You think?
Well, he's lost a couple inches, so if he's 6 foot.
I'm just looking up how old
Hey
he is.
Siri.
All right, I think
How tall is Joe Biden?
Joe Biden is 6 feet.
6 feet.
Oh, I think.
Hey, well, you
It
know,
said-
I feel
I
like you
saw it.
almost clipped it
6
off.
feet? I wanted him to be 6
you know
feet.
Google Eyes too. You know?
I think it's really
It does.
interesting how
Says I'm
like
5'10".
You're what, 5'10" on Google?
Yeah. Hayes is like 5'6" on Google.
No.
I think.
Is he really?
I
Well, he
don't
probably
know.
was then. He was 12.
Exactly. He was 12 when they manifested him.
That kid's living life on the run now, I guess. I don't even want to talk about it right now because I don't know all the details. But
Yeah, you have no idea.
I mean, I do know, but I don't want to like talk to it.
Have you guys ever been
publicly.
deer hunting?
I would never do that.
I wouldn't do it either. I just
No,
want to know.
I
if
would-
Too
anyone
big
in
of an
here-
animal.
I want to go so bad. That'd be
There-
fire.
You guys should watch the show Shooter on Netflix.
That's like some shit my dad did when he was growing
It's
up
good.
a lot. Like
There's an animal threshold, like
What's
size-wise.
good? Wait, what?
Deer, like the show Shooter.
Have you seen it?
No. I said it's good.
It's so good. I thought you meant like it's good. Like,
But I don't know. To me, there's an animal threshold where like once you reach a certain size, I'm not killing you.
why? Because you
don't
can't,
you eat
or
it?
because you're afraid?
I would eat it. I would have eaten
let's
it
just do
20
some Ask the
minutes
Cast. I know Ari's got a hard out at 8 anyway, so let's
Bro,
do
you
Ask the
can eat,
Cast.
dude.
Let's wrap it up. and
100%.
then-
It might be better in the air fryer, but
No, but it's not. I got the protein style.
oh, I do that as well.
Lettuce for a bun.
Oh my god!
So you-
I don't know.
Let's
Don't
go,
eat it.
baby.
You're not eating it?
We wanted to see how many we could get you with. Check behind that pillow on your left.
Why'd you give it away, bro? We could have gone with the 3P. Really
Nah,
upset.
there is no third
I
one.
kind of want to
Have
chug
you ever
it.
done the the tornado?
When you put it
No,
in your butt.
You know that
That we
fucking
sit
kid.
on it and-
You know that kid Tfue or whatever, the Twitch streamer.
It shot up my
Of
nose last time.
course.
It shot
He's
up my-
like, he's actually. I was watching him recently. He is good as fuck at it. At the
At Fortnite.
No, at the vortex. Like you get the things, you get the beer spinning like this, bro, and then you.
Sammy's used to this position. I'll tell you.
No, you got to spin it this way first, and then you keep it going upside down. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, those of you who are out of
Yeah,
pocket,
you got it. See how it's
you
vortexing?
almost, yeah. There was a moment there.
Bro, but he gets his like, bro, that was close. Like,
He'll just like suck down his gullet hole.
bro, he'll get it. He'll get it vortexing like that, and like the whole beer in one pullback is
Just
like
suck
all the
down
way
his
down.
gullet
I
hole.
feel like, yeah, like that's crazy. And he's really good at Minecraft.
Dude, that kid is talented.
Yeah.
It's like Bruce is like his biggest fan.
Bruce,
No,
I'm a bigger
kidding.
fan of like Nick Merckx. or-
aren't you guys cousins?
Nick Merckx is sick. No
Um,
matter what.
Yeah, I'm his pretty cousin.
I want
So,
Bruce to be a. Okay, go ahead.
as you guys know, every week we do something we like to call Ask the Cast.
Why do you say it so like docile?
Docile, great word. So, as you guys know, every single week we tend to do something. We call it Ask the Cast.
Ask the cast.
And we'll ask you
And today, this is In Pocket with Jack J.
in the pocket, just like I'm a quarterback.
Wow, we
baby.
should have an alternate thing like when we're like just
pocket.
in the zone. It's called being in the pocket.
Yeah, maybe that's.
It's not necessarily being not out of the pocket, but you're just so in the zone that you can't fuck up.
We can add segments.
In pocket.
Let's get
Thanks.
creative,
I
man.
like that.
So we have you guys submit fan questions, listener questions, viewer questions, and we answer them as we wish.
I have only one, so do yours or do one. I'll do my one, and then you finish with the rest of yours.
How was the first time you took an edible, or when was the first time?
Oh,
or when was the time
my
you were
God, Johnson.
That's the first time I got high. That's the first time I got caught by my mom being high.
That's the first time I got high was when I took an edible.
Shout out Nick Schroeder.
Oh,
yeah, wait, hold on. Let's go down the line.
14.
Did he hook up with Brooke in the closet in school? Janitor's closet?
He probably hooked up with every girl, bro. He was a fucking player, dude. No, this guy, for some reason, he was like the best wrestler at Westside, or I don't know. I guess that was the rumor. I don't know if he was good. It was definitely his MySpace profile picture.
In the leotard or whatever?
Yeah. And for some reason, all the girls really fucked with him. Didn't have any looks going for him. Sorry, Nick. You're probably a really nice guy.
Hey, character.
But, bro, he was a killer.
Yeah.
He was just mean, stone cold killer.
I honestly won't lie. What are we talking about again?
This guy
first time eating
sold
an
us
edible.
edibles.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So he was the man. Honestly, super nice to us every single time. But
we had smoked maybe 10, 12 times prior to this. I don't know. It was still freshman year, right?
Yeah, we had smoked out of Diet Coke cans,
Apples.
maybe Coors Light.
I made a chillum out of a carrot once.
What's the first thing you smoked out of? Side note.
Diet Coke can.
Coke can.
A can.
Yeah.
Apple.
Yeah.
Apple. That's
Apple.
so.
Bro, I was so high I ran through a mailbox. Just like the wooden ones, I ran through it, snapped that shit in half. I was so tweaked, I just kept running.
You didn't know if there was wood.
Well, I was when you're in 8th grade, you're like, oh my God, this guy's gonna come out of his house and beat the fuck out. I just grabbed my backpack and took off down the street.
Even though he's he could be anywhere. He's not watching his mailbox.
It was one ply. He just go get a new stick.
It's like a $20 problem. No, so we pick it up. It was probably 11 p.m. We're like, all right, night's over. Curfew's coming up. I'm good to be past curfew as long as I'm at one of my homies' cribs. Usually.
Yeah, we were sleeping over at Shanka's house.
But no, this is when.
Oh yeah.
That
was the second time we
Stop name dropping.
Yeah, and Daniel Shanka. So, which we talked about him last night because we were saying, damn Daniel, back with the white shoes or whatever. Anyways, we pick up the brownies. Dude, we have no idea how much to eat. We're going crazy.
We weren't aware of how potent they were. I mean, Nick, he's got a fucking thick. I don't need to change.
He's got a thick tolerance. We were young, 14, so we pick up
and a thick frame.
Yeah, he's thick. I mean, he's endured. You know what I'm saying?
He's a wrestler, bro. The kid had cake.
But we picked it up. Anyways, I just remember taking it, not really feeling anything, so I kept eating more brownie. We both did.
We didn't realize it was a delayed response to the extent that it was.
I don't know if I've told this story, but I remember it was yesterday. I remember sitting just like this if you're watching.
In my living room, right?
Just like this. But without resting my hands here, I was just sitting like this, and I felt as if there was a chain link connected to the point in the back of your head where you have drop off, to the back of the wall. I couldn't get any further. If I went back, there would be slack, and then I would pull forward, and I would get stuck, and the chain would be pulled tight. That's how stoned I was.
You were stuck in ganja limbo,
and then anytime I wanted to lay down, it was immediate, the straight down drop on any roller coaster, and I'd be like. Give me back up. I had the spins heavily, but wasn't drunk. So that's the fucking highest I've ever been.
My mom walked in, bro. I was pretty much having a seizure on the couch next to you.
Yeah, she was probably
No, I was just sitting there it was so intense, and I was just shaking, trying to get out of it, and I was like, what the fuck's going on, bro?
My mom couldn't escape it.
My mom walked in, and I just tried to really play it off. I really had to focus and just be like, all right, I'm sleeping.
Bro,
I'm sleeping.
our eyes were bloodshot.
And yeah. I was pretty petrified of weed for a little bit after that.
Dude, my mom, bro, I took an edible that was a homemade edible, right? So we didn't know how much was in it. My neighbor gave it to me. I ate a half of it, and I just was it hits you obviously over time. Mm-hmm. And I'm at dinner, at my house with my mom. My dad's out of town, whatever. Races, whatever. It was just me and my mom, and she was just "Are you high?" And I was No, I'm not high at all. And I remember it was 7 p.m. and I went in my room and went to bed at 7 p.m. And I was no, it's cool. I'm just going to go to bed. I'm just, and
burst the suns out.
No, but now looking back on it, it couldn't have been more obvious that I was you went to bed at 7 p.m. as a high schooler.
Of course not. Your mom knew,
that's
but
literally
and my eyes were just bro, I just was no, it's cool. I'm just going to go in my room.
And you were probably responding to questions that either weren't even asked or just completely
it was when that story you told me about how you and I think it was you and Sammy were trying to play off that you were drunk to your mom for that first time.
Yeah.
It was the same thing. She obviously knew I was so fucking high, and I was no, it's cool. I'm just tired. I'm gonna go to bed.
You think you're killing the acting?
And I remember waking up in the morning. Yeah, remember waking up in the morning and being holy fuck, I went to bed at 7:15 p.m. Obviously I was high.
It's funny how scared we were to tell our parents. I mean, we were in high school, so it makes sense. But now it's like,
Yeah, my dad was.
You're
so
not going out that weekend or the next.
Oh, my dad
know?
was scary in high school.
I couldn't get caught. If, like,
Bro,
me neither.
I was
got
scared
caught
for
all
my
the time.
life. No, I was more scared of my dad than
No, I got
the
caught every
cops.
time.
The cops,
But
anybody.
it was like against the rules. Like your mom was
Highly.
like, whatever.
It
you
was
know?
okay, but
No,
I would
it
get
was-
grounded.
I was like fucked. Like I got fucked.
I didn't get,
My
I
dad.
just
My
didn't-
dad would like.
I don't know why
Well,
my
you take
dad
a shot and start like turning your R's into F's and like weird letter changes and shit. You know what I'm saying?
No.
He like develops a list.
I got that from my mom. She has the
Did
same thing.
another?
But I would be
He
so.
sure
I mean, but we got
That was our
so
first one.
fucked up. Like we like.
We used to get just belligerent. Like
Whether
that's
it
the
was
word.
high-
Well, that was
yeah.
the goal when we were drinking back in the day. Was just to absolutely
Like who's gonna puke
blackout.
first?
Yeah, exactly. That was literally.
I'll smack one of those ices with you.
And,
And
we,
if
Did you get
and we
it?
were drinking
I already-
fucking.
should I
We were
try
drinking
it?
$6 handles of essentially rubbing alcohol.
third
Just like
one?
the shittiest
No.
vodka, like Barton's, McCormick's.
yeah,
Literally $6 handles of like the worst alcohol you can drink, and we wonder why we blacked out. You
All right,
know,
my
we
bad.
were,
I'm
we were
having side conversations. My
essentially
fault.
drinking like fucking lotion. I don't even know what that shit was.
All right.
it's
So I know we just have 6 or 7 minutes left.
Um,
Are there any more questions we want?
Oh wait, I have one. I have to ask this because it's actually
2 questions.
it's just an interesting ass question,
Ask it.
and I'm curious to.
I dare you to fucking ask it, Bruce.
All right. Alrighty.
What was that?
That was a moan.
No, it wasn't even meant to be. It was like
Okay,
a
okay.
scared.
From Amanda Park. Amanda Park. What sport would be the funniest to add a mandatory amount of alcohol to? The funniest. What sport would be funniest? Like, what would be the funniest sport if you could drink a little bit?
Oh, like equestrian, bro. Like dudes are just getting crushed by their horses and shit.
You think so? Outside the box is crazy. I was like thinking golf or football.
I golf is like the first thing that comes
Like,
to mind. But
putting would be
I
impossible.
think there's gonna be there has to be something funnier though.
I
The
mean,
Kentucky Derby, but you give the horses liquor too. They're all just going from lane to lane, like getting their legs all tangled up. Little 5'2" guys are getting just crushed, bro. They're just getting fucking fallen on. It'd be dope.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. That's not funny.
I don't think death is that, but it would be goofy. you
What
know?
about like
oh,
UFC or some
he
shit?
lost an arm.
Oh, UFC would be funny.
Nah, I don't think fighting is it.
Baseball could be funny because like
It
no
has
one
to,
would
like,
get hits.
Like maybe tennis or like.
I thought
A
tennis.
very
maybe.
coordinated sport.
Yeah, it has to be like a sport like.
Ping pong.
I think it should be like what's it called? Step team.
Like the problem with the question is it
Everyone's
can't.
off beat.
I don't think it can be too much running. So like it can't be basketball. It can't be.
Yeah, you would just sweat
It
it
can't
out.
be football.
Like
Yeah.
gymnastics, they would get fucked up.
Oh, on the balance bar.
Oh,
The
they
pommel horse.
bro, like,
yeah, the balance beam would be
Oh my
terrible.
God.
I'm thinking like, fuck, I think golf's up there for sure. Like,
Putting would be hilarious.
because you got to think about it. Darts and billiards are considered a sport. So like,
I was thinking darts for a second. I was like, damn, bro, they just wouldn't.
It's crazy
hit.
because all these sports I've played so drunk so many times.
It's pretty much.
honestly,
just
we're
like,
not bad.
Weren't you in the Derby 2 years ago?
Yeah.
He was in the Derby. Yeah.
Yeah,
shit.
Secretariat, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would go with horse racing, equestrian. That's my vibe. I think there would just be some weird mishaps.
Bro, NHL could be interesting.
Oh my God, they're on skates.
because you're ice skating.
And you
Yeah.
can already fight. Oh my god.
That wasn't my first, and you can already fight. That was not my first. I started at curling because like that could be interesting because they have to like balance themselves
Yeah.
and brush like in like they can just
Yeah.
eat shit. That could be funny.
Yeah, it would be fun.
But then I got to ice skate or like figure skating. What about hockey though? Because you can fight. I think hockey would be the funniest sport because they fight like damn near once a game.
Hockey would
They're
probably be the
ice
most
skating,
fun.
which is already tough. I'm thinking hockey.
there would be some good mishaps. What was that?
And you can already dip, so like throw a few beers in there. I think they're gonna be just fine.
All right,
Yeah.
final answer: hockey.
Hockey, yeah.
There's some weird questions in here. Do you believe in Transformers? I'm just like, what?
Like the ones like,
Like spiritually or as a film? I
Like
think it was a
fucking,
pretty
like,
good movie.
Things in terms of like,
Or like when-
electricity, like
Yeah.
you know, like the things Einstein like used and shit.
Einstein.
Einstein.
Albert.
Okay.
That smells fucking.
is Luca a Pixar movie?
It's
like,
I
you just
think
look it
so.
up,
Yeah,
dude.
you can look that up. You don't need that. You don't need to ask us. Okay. Give advice to someone whose parents discourage them from chasing their dreams.
Wait, what? Say that again.
Give some advice to someone whose parents discourage them from chasing your dreams. You should probably just give up. I think you should listen to your parents.
I think at the end of the day, you got to
I'm
be your own best
kidding.
friend. There's gonna be a lot of people that doubt you, and
Yeah. Watch Crazy Rich Asians.
if you can prove your parents wrong, then you can prove everybody wrong. So I think.
I think it's a very real thing to like have what is it called? Be apprehensive to go against what your parents say, and it takes a
Yeah.
lot of heart I was gonna say balls, but you could be a female. You know, it takes a
Yeah,
lot
it takes
of
courage.
courage. Yeah,
you can have balls as a female. They're internal.
I think just definitely don't. I don't think be hasty and like rush into something because your parents might have like a point to it or whatever. Like someone might have a point to it, but at the end of the day, like you have to be your own best friend, your own cheerleader, your own support system. And
I mean,
if that's what's gonna make you be happy at the end of the day, then that's what you do. Like
people will look down upon it, specifically your parents.
you're not on this planet to like make your parents happy. I mean,
and just
parents
keep
need to
trying.
realize
that's the reality.
Yeah.
Because we can relate to that to a certain extent. Like we were about to
Kidding me,
graduate high school. We were graduating high
People were
school.
smart.
Dude, we
Mocking in
all
our
can.
faces.
There's none of your parents want
Exactly.
you. Like, they didn't want me going into theater. They don't want me. They don't like. No one wants.
We
that
would be at
because there's no
graduation
fucking-
parties. We'd literally
Yeah.
be at graduation parties, and parents would ask us what we're doing next year. We'd be like, "Oh, we're going out to Los Angeles. We're gonna continue to pursue our
Like,
entertainment
oh, so you're
dreams."
taking a gap year? Well, what are you doing after the gap year? I'm like, no, you don't understand. I'm committed. Like, I'm not going to college.
And you could just see in their faces them just smirking and just like these
it's like,
kids
well,
are.
my
Yeah.
son's going to Stanford.
All right, good luck then.
It's
It's
like,
like,
okay,
all right,
now
go
he's,
fuck yourself, Susan.
Now he's $120,000 in debt. Your son went to Stanford.
I used to love that shit.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I think
I used to
you
love it.
got to just fucking block out the bullshit. You know, even if your parents are obviously the closest people to you, so it's very easy to let them sway you or
Right.
alter your decisions. But don't do it just like having a chip on your shoulder to like prove them wrong. Like,
Exactly.
make sure you're really passionate about it
And always hear them out. I would say avoid
warm
any
up.
confrontation and avoid any like arguments. Like try to let them know that you see their perspective, but also let them know your like how passionate you are.
yeah, try to
and,
have a
like, how
healthy
bad you
discourse
want
about it for sure. You know.
it. One more question.
One more question. Let's do one
Wish
more.
you the best of luck if whoever asked that question is dealing with that.
Yeah. Keep grinding.
Keep grinding.
Okay.
From Michelle Kwan. Did you guys watch my skating highlights from 04? Yes, Michelle, we did.
We'd love to have you on as a guest.
Didn't Sammy's mom have one?
Oh yeah.
Sammy's mom had a question.
I think she did.
Mama Wilk 4.
I was like, damn, she skated in like high school.
That was her question.
What
She
mama
is
was
Michelle
that?
Kwan.
It might like take me a second to find, but I'll be hasty.
Okay.
I'm
What two
confused.
totally normal things become really weird if you do them back to back?
Say again.
What two completely normal things become really weird if you do them back to back? I mean, I can't tell if it's a joke or like.
Wait, what is it?
It's a riddle.
Well, I don't know, like fucking
What's weird if you do it back to back?
eat a steak then masturbate. Like I don't know.
No, that's completely normal.
Is that normal? Like
I
those.
didn't
Are
say I just got done with dinner. No, it's time to masturbate.
okay.
But
I
my
was gonna
mind,
say like beat off then read the Bible, but like someone could be struggling with their like sex addiction, and then they read the Bible because it might help them. I don't actually know.
Yeah, it's not as
That's
weird as you
completely
think.
normal too. Like
Best/worst names you ever heard.
Xander Holyfield.
That's not.
Wait, Mama Wilk had a good ass question. I have to find that shit.
Anyone named Gus? Just get the fuck out of here, dude.
Nah, Gus
Gus?
Dapperton.
Cool, like it's an artist name. It's not his real. There's no way that's his real name.
Could be.
Gus is a bad name. Don't name your kid
I found it from Mama
Gus. I don't
Wilk.
really like Braxton either. It's not a terrible name, but I personally hate it.
what
Alright,
mom
ready?
said.
Are there any subject matters that you consider taboo to talk about? For me, it's kind of politics now.
I was just gonna say politics,
which is
Yeah.
weird because it's like the most not like Johnson and I were speaking about this
It's the most
earlier.
spoken about thing
It's
in
the
the
most
world.
not taboo thing, but that it's become.
It's just annoying.
It's like
to talk about.
McCarthyism. Like it's just. Yeah, it's like taboo for me. I'd rather talk about anything else except fucking
McCarthy twins.
politics.
When you said McCarthyism, I was just thinking about the McCarthy twins. Are they real, or is that just what you call me in
Human race.
Oh
shit.
Well, McCarthyism is like something else, but yeah, I forgot that you.
McCarthy twins, like that's super taboo
No,
to
but
talk about.
I agree. I think like it's just like fueling the feud and the
Yeah,
division between people. The more you talk
Like
about
I
politics.
think it's easier to talk about religion than it is politics now.
I
And
love talking about
it used to be
religion.
completely different.
Yeah.
Like,
I like to, yeah.
it used
I
to be
agree.
like it'd be easier to talk about politics than religion, and now it's like fuck. I'd way rather talk about my belief in God than the left or right. Like,
Oh my
Next
God,
episode, we
fuck
should
that
for
shit.
sure talk about religion.
That
like
would be
just like
interesting.
we would have such a good.
Because I know we all have very
talk.
interesting viewpoints on it too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't think anyone's like completely eye to eye either. So like,
I think
we
your guys are all wrong. So
we would cover it all.
I think I might be agnostic.
I'm definitely hygienic. So
That's good, G.
I gotta pee. So
guys, we love you. Thank you, Ari. We'll let you go. Our boy's going. We're about to have a Saturday night. I'm watching Good Will Hunting. So
That's a great fucking
Johnson
film.
and I are gonna get drunk and play music in the studio.
fire.
On
I
three?
know of a party tonight. Just
Oh my
for my
God.
boys.
Let's
Bring it in,
go!
boys. Bring it in.
All right,
Turn
my
up.
boy.
Read
Hey,
and weep. Read it and
We
weep.
love you guys.
OPP on three. 1, 2, 3.
Love you,
OPP.
Mwah.
We love you guys.
Congrats, guys. You made it.
You made it. We'll see you next week. Congrats.
You were sitting in your bed, had nothing to do. But little did you know there were 4 dudes who like talking shit while sipping their brews. Just make sure your parents don't walk in the room.